What's up, and welcome to the Indie Canal Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3, a weekly podcast where we go through the world of indie gaming. We go through all the latest indie games we've been playing. We go through the latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. This week's main topic is we're going to share 3 or a couple of games each, releasing, or indie games each, that we're releasing in 2019 that we cannot wait to get our hands on. We do it every year, and with it being kind of the beginning of the year, it's February now already, but right. You know, it's kind of the beginning of the year. It's a good time to kind of get it out the way. But yeah, as always, I'm Lewis. Find me at What's Up Woody. To my left, or on top of me, if you're listening,
that's right,
is Tom.
Hello.
Where can we find you, Tom?
Shriek and Prophet. You can look, but I might not be there.
Behind us, because we don't normally have someone behind us, a new guest.
Behind us.
Yeah. If you're listening, but otherwise, if you're watching, he's far right.
Hello there.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
I am another Tom.
Yet
or
another.
Insanity, and you can find me at Insanity on pretty much everything.
Nice. Pretty
Is
much.
that a family thing?
Yeah, pretty much everything.
No, we're really good at actually getting our names out there so people can find us.
Fair enough. I don't want to be found. That's what it is.
And finally, as always,
The one, the only
Whoa.
Dan. Otherwise,
wow.
you can find me. Yeah, it's a really fucking downturn,
That's
isn't it?
underwhelming,
The
yeah.
one, the only Dan.
Dan.
Cheers, parents. Or
Well, you
the
can
Dice
go
Bear.
Daniel. You can do what I do. Daniel Fortescue.
Daniel Fortescue.
He is the man who fell at the first charge.
Yeah, that's really true. Or you can find me at the Dice Bear anywhere. Just type in the Dice Bear and that's me.
nice.
Or as that last YouTube post, you can look at one.
The good looking one. You see that?
I did see that.
It's a cute one.
The cute,
The
well,
cute
we're
one.
cute and handsome, mate.
Yeah, we never had a comment about
Yeah.
before when you were on there. But
Yeah, we got rid of you for a bit,
yeah, that's what happens.
and we
Eh?
pulled them in.
The Toms are waiting for their ratings.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a
Indeed.
dangerous game you're playing there. Anyway,
yes.
should we get on to the
Um,
games?
How is
yes.
it dangerous?
As I
What
said,
it
guys,
is.
this is a weekly show where we go through the world of indie gaming. We're available in video form, because if you're watching now, you already know that, because you found the video form. Over on
Well
YouTube. So if you want us, the benefit of watching this video form is the fact that any game we go through, we talk about, there's either a trailer playing, and I'm kind of trialing something new at the moment. Well, you say that.
Magic.
Oh, he's trying to say new
I'm
guys.
trying
calm
something
down.
new at the moment, and the trailer at the
playing.
moment are playing on the whole screen. So when we
Where are we?
when we talk about it, the whole screen, and then
eaten
gameplay,
by
extended gameplay is played
Does
on
it go-
our new TV.
Yeah, there's no longer just a frame there.
It's a TV.
There's a TV.
It's a TV.
I'm desperately trying to keep my hand down
Right.
so that I don't
Is that up
interrupt.
here somewhere?
That
Wow.
TV's dangerous, and it can eat your hand.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Quite simply, yeah.
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 It's actually it's up here. That's why I can put my hand back.
That's it, yeah. But yeah, should we dive into the indie games we've been playing, gents?
Let's do this.
Who wants to kick us off?
You look at me.
Because this is my favourite bit. Tom, you haven't been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What indie games have you played?
I know he's played a couple.
I've played some. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Probably more than I can remember. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
So 2.
Yeah.
That's as much as he can remember. Two.
What I've been playing the most of is Super Hot.
I saw you been playing that.
Yes.
Mm.
It's,
Classy game.
You've been doing that in VR, haven't you?
I have been doing it in VR, yes, but annoyingly, it's kind of a game you need to properly be standing up and like with a lot of space, and I don't have that at the moment in my living room. So I'm moving soon, so hopefully I'll have more space then.
I thought you said I'm moving stuff just to play the game.
I did a bit.
So
Yeah,
why-
I had to. but
Mrs. comes home, she's just like trying to squeeze in the door.
Oh, that's the
and
question.
I'm like,
Have you smacked the missus in the face yet with a move controller?
I have not because
Oh,
she's
well done.
very scared of me hitting her
Oh,
in
right.
general. And and basically, just whenever she comes, if I'm in VR, she'll be like, "I'm walking past, and she goes by. So she doesn't want me to like punch her or something. So I always know,
Cool.
always know. But yeah, Super Hot. It's a pretty cool game, isn't it?
Cool. Have you
Right,
played it
yeah.
on Rift?
No.
Cool. I was wanting to know, because it's a game that relies a lot on precision, isn't it?
Yes.
I wanted to know how good it was compared to Rift on PSVR, because you're still using
it's
old
the
hardware.
game I've had the most problems with in tracking the hands.
Okay.
But I think that is a result of my setup at the moment. It's not ideal.
Also, the fact that the PSVR is using 10-year-old hardware, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
relatively good to be honest.
Yeah.
Because the headset uses the same technology to track your movement.
You get the full head tracking with the PSVR as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the VR Super Hot, it seems like the whole thing was that you were dodging the bullets actually yourself.
Yeah.
That's why you need
Yeah.
more
Exactly, yeah.
space.
There's a lot of
Because it is the one. So Connor's been on
Not
that.
quite the Matrix.
Excuse me, fucking hell. Can't make sense.
The unique element is it that the bullets only travel when you're moving.
Time only moves when you move.
Yeah.
So nothing is moving unless you're moving.
Yeah, Superhot's a really cool concept.
It is
I liked
really cool,
when I
yeah.
first saw it.
Yeah, I played it like a long time ago. It was in a browser game. It was like a demo in the browser like years ago.
Because it can be played without a headset, can't it?
It can
I don't know how
be,
good
yes.
it is.
Yeah, I've never tried
There's
that.
2 versions of it.
I've played the non-VR version.
Is it good?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's quite a nice puzzle game.
Yeah, it is.
Is
It's
what
definitely
it
a puzzle.
comes
And
out as. And
when you're obviously you've got like a set of levels that you're going through, and obviously if you die at any point, you go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
But you get to a point where you're so good at the levels that it is like the Matrix, because then you're catching guns, you're popping people over here. You just know what to do, and you feel amazing. You feel so cool. But
it is that Neo moment.
yeah, but I'm on a level right now that's sort of made me rage up a bit. The first part is you punch someone and then you have to dodge bullets for a certain amount of time, and then you can move on to the next bit, and then you kill 3 guys, the guys who were just shooting you, and then you move to a pool table, and at the pool table there's a guy at the other end with a shotgun,
Yeah.
and then 2 guys running around the sides of the pool table to come and punch you. This is where the precision's become an issue for me, and it's something I'm sort of letting the game lie now until I move.
Right.
Because basically the strategy you need to do is you need to get the shotgun guy first, so you throw a pool ball at him.
Yeah.
But I'm really struggling to get him in time, and it's like I miss and I miss and I miss, and these guys are coming round, and the more I'm throwing, the faster they're coming.
Yeah.
And then I'm back to dodging bullets, so then I'm like,
Yeah.
The repetition starts to grind.
yeah, and then I
Stuck on the same
was
bit
getting
again.
very infuriated, so I was like, fucking enough of this, get this shit off me. I was taking it off. But
Have you thrown the headset from Ray?
I have not thrown it because it's so expensive.
Yeah,
I'm so poor.
Good job remembering the price. Did you get angry?
I've never been one of these people to destroy controllers because I'm like, money? I need money.
I don't
Have to
controllers
remind
either.
yourself. Yeah, never, Lewis.
Yeah. I wouldn't know what that's like either.
There's only my red
Me
controller
neither.
over there that has a nice crack in the middle of it. Fuck you, Dragon Ball Fighters.
What was it, God of War? Where I was like, this game technically cost me £100.
But you will play it on super hard.
Yeah, I would play on the hardest difficulty. It's good
then
for my
where's-
health.
Yeah, it's for fun, isn't
So
it?
go on then. You played Super Hot. What else you played?
I played Accounting Plus.
Oh, okay.
The
Yes.
people- the guys who made Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squanch games. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's funny. It's just genuinely very funny. It's ridiculous. It's like the scenarios you're put into are just insane.
So what's the concept of the game?
Good question.
Okay.
Do I have an answer? Another good question. Well, you go into it and there are 2 guys shouting at you, and basically you're the new accountant. They're like, put on your new accounting VR headset, and you put it on, and you're just transported to some weird world. And they're like, oh, it's gone wrong. You're lost in VR. Oh no. And like the first place you go to is called Tree World, and it's just a small area. There's a tree, and a guy that comes out of a big hole in the tree and just starts shouting at you. He's like, fuck you, this is my world, get out! He just shouts at you non-stop the whole time. And basically you just got to find, each place you go to, you've got to find the VR headset to move on to the next place.
Yeah.
And it's always, sometimes there's a bit of choice with it and everything, but often there isn't. There's a couple different endings. I've had 2 of them, and you can revisit endings at different points. But it's mostly just funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of its point, really. It's just a comedy.
So they've made it very much in the same vein as the Rick and Morty one.
I assume so. I've not played. Yeah, I've not played that, but I
I've
expect
seen
it's very
videos of it.
similar.
I don't have a VR headset. It's pricey.
Indeed. But yeah, it's funny. I enjoyed it just for the laughs. I don't know if there's anything else VR wise.
What about indie game wise?
I'm trying to think. It's been so long.
It's been so long in those 2 weeks.
Oh no.
It's like 14 days.
I finished Red Dead.
Yeah. You finish it.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
it's great. It's fantastic.
Is it?
I want to play the first one again.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Well, it's a prequel, isn't it? The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it leads straight into
Oh,
the
so
story of the
did
next one.
that's.
Okay.
So it's been so long since
I
I've played
thought
the
maybe
first
it was
one.
a case of I'd like to play the first one to see how it should be done.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, this is a fine improvement. All the stuff that people complain about, I know it's the Nico podcast, I've just talked briefly, is that where they complain that it's like too much, like the hunting animations are too long and it's too much detail and all this.
Yeah.
You don't have to do any of that anyway. Just don't do that. If you don't like it, just don't do it. Stop complaining. It's that easy.
It's a big thing with open world.
Yeah.
If you don't like the activity, just skip it. You don't have to
There is
100% the
no
game.
need to do it at all. It doesn't help you complete the game at all.
It does.
There's one mission.
I'm
where
not
you-
going to burst
No,
it.
it does.
I will catch
100%
every crocodile.
I mean, you do that. I mean, there's legendary animals
Yeah.
to hunt, and that's
Catch
great if
every
you want to do that.
crocodile.
But I don't give a shit. I hunted about 5 deer. I killed a turkey by accident. That was my hunting experience.
Did you have to
in the
find
game.
anyone a frying pan though?
Excuse me?
Did you have to find
Are you
anyone a
talking
frying
about
pan?
Witcher?
No.
It's not as good as Witcher then, is it?
Wow.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. Let's
Yeah.
move on to Tom.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
So, indie games, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
He doesn't play. Oh, thank God!
Oh, someone else.
That's why we got Tom
Yeah,
here.
don't worry, I'm even
Yeah.
worse than you
No,
for
you-
this. It's like, well, the main thing
You
with
can't
the
really
indie
say
stuff
Final
is
Fantasy 14 is an indie game because that
No.
is all Tom plays.
Lies. I played plenty more. I played Xenoblade on the bus, so technically I played something other than Final Fantasy.
There you go.
Though not a good indie game. Xenoblade 2, I guess, would be more
Yeah.
specific. In terms
Yes,
of indie
because
stuff,
we're all about getting accurate facts on the Incredible
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
That's our slogan.
accuracy.
Yeah.
It's always been our slogan.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Crosshair as a shirt, just to show
Yeah.
how accurate I am. But a lot of the indie stuff I'm seeing ported to console stuff is stuff I played a while back on like your early access Steam and things.
Yeah.
Like when we were doing the Dead Cells and all that. That was
You played it a while
yeah.
ago,
I
didn't you?
played it when that game was first being made. So
Yeah.
it was cool seeing how much it had evolved. Evolved.
Yeah.
I do English.
Don't bother. We've got Lewis. He does that shit all the time.
Just roll with it. Don't correct
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
Make
he
me
never
worse
does.
and then
Steamroll
roll with it
through
and then
the
blame
sentence.
everyone
Yeah,
else
yeah.
for not knowing
Exactly,
your words.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
the way it works.
your made up words.
That's it. That is it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in terms of indie stuff, my main thing is that I want to play. I want to play Lethal League Blaze.
Yeah.
I want to get that and give that a go because it looks fantastic and the music is fantastic and it's.
That's the game we played a little while ago, Lethal League. The baseball.
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
game.
yeah.
But they got a second one.
Yeah, they
coming out
made a
called
proper
Blaze.
sequel for it.
It's coming to
And-
consoles
yeah.
in July. It's on PC now.
Which consoles is it coming to?
PS4, Xbox, and Switch.
It is coming to Switch because Switch is where I want to play it.
Yeah.
I feel like, although, because of course I watch this podcast.
Yeah.
See,
The amount of times
guess
it's
of
said
our
that
viewers.
Yeah.
this game will be great on
Yeah,
Switch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a case that the Switch is a bit too good to play everything on
Well,
because it's like I need to move now. Sweet, I can still play video games.
But it isn't.
Keep going.
This isn't again. It's not an indie game, but like Dragon Ball Fighters, I would never play it on the Switch. Like,
Yeah,
just,
that's-
Oh,
Just
that's
true.
different.
yeah,
That's different,
but,
yeah.
but I'm saying every game's going on Switch.
Oh yeah.
But
99% of
the
games
Lethal
are
League
good on
Blaze
Switch.
is a fighting game, but with a slight difference in
Right.
terms
It's
of
more
your.
arcadey.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you're hitting a baseball around, and the faster the baseball goes, you've got to
I
return
feel
the
like
shot.
it has the same element with Smash, where it's a game you could play
Yeah.
with people who don't play fighting games
Yeah.
because it's very easy to pick up and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
have fun with.
But if you get good at it, you can be very good at it.
Yeah, and the new mechanics they added in Blaze, because they basically took everything they learned from the first one and added grabbing and stuff to counter all the
sweet.
problems they had before. Like, it's actually quite different meta-wise to make it super interesting when you get high
Right.
level.
No.
But still pick up and play.
Meta what? What the bunny is, as I say, meta. What the fuck?
I know you'll be getting this. Leave him alone, alright?
Stop bullying me.
Brother,
Stop!
Please.
You're being so mean.
no,
I
yeah.
wasn't bullying. It was this. What is this?
Meta.
Jesus fuck.
Lethal League Blaze is one I'll probably play. We'll probably play it this weekend actually at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting it.
Dan, do you want to go next or shall I go next?
I'll go next because I haven't really played anything new. I've been continuing Alpha Genesis 1.
Which I'm going to speak about as well.
Jumping into that. My ship is now fucking massive.
Yeah.
I've got 2 biomes, 2 hangars. I've got all sorts of bits of 3 stories
Yep.
with different bits. I mean, it is massive. Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying the sim aspect of it. I've got it nailed.
Yep.
You know, nothing gets on my ship, and I am just earning the ores, getting all of that lot. The only times I ever go down to a planet now is when they say, "Oh, the little items you can go and get
Yeah,
here."
yeah.
So
The chests.
yeah, at that point, pop down to a planet, drop out a couple of turrets,
Yep.
sit back, like a fat cigar and just be like, yeah, bring it in, boys. Oh, look, a monster. Like, I give a shit. Mainly because, as well, the guys I take down with me are really good at shooting shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you just breed
Well,
them the right
yeah,
way. And they're
the
like,
different-
right, here we go.
You get the different
Everything's
clones.
dead.
They
It's like,
are
sweet, walk
not
in.
intelligent, but they're just strong.
I don't
Like
even
you.
bother.
You-
So yeah, I've been playing that, still enjoying that. Obviously, your review went up
Yep.
of it, and
I'll
I've
speak
been
more
playing,
about it, in a second.
I've been playing Switchblade.
Oh, yeah, of course we have been
Okay.
playing Switchblade.
We've
haven't we?
been we've
We
been
did play
playing it. I've been
Switchblade.
jumping on it. It's
It's free now on PS4.
I
yeah.
noticed, yeah, but I just didn't register that was a thing. I
Yeah.
just sort of didn't think about it. I just thought, oh, yeah, okay, it's free.
Well, we played it.
Moved
At,
on.
we played it at EGX.
like, yeah, 2017, yeah.
Yeah, and it was quite good fun. I saw the potential of it.
Yeah, I was not
Playing
good.
playing it now. It is very much a my first MOBA.
Yeah.
It is very much a sort of really, really dumbed down MOBA. It's good fun, but it doesn't have that extra edge that you get from Smite or you get from
the depth isn't really
the
there.
depth isn't there, especially from you go back to the shop and you can literally go, oh, I'm going to buy more damage.
Yeah,
And then you
the
only get
shop
to do that
felt
once.
Really weak.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you
There
buy
was-
one damage on, don't you? You don't buy something that gives damage with
with
an
something
effective
else,
damage
yeah.
over
Yeah,
time
yeah.
or anything like that. There's
Or
no...
there's this damage that will
It's
work well
definitely
with
not
this. Or
Dota 2. I spent
No.
2,100 gold on a dagger that lets me teleport, which is only useful on a specific character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want them next to you in a split
this
second.
is very much generic.
Yeah, yeah.
Damage. But there are some nice bits. I like the fact you can swap your vehicles as you're out there, so you can
Yeah,
choose
that's cool.
between having a
I saw
tank and a
people
support
using that as
character.
a genuine strategy as well,
Oh,
where they'd
Yeah.
hold the button to change just before they were about to die, so
Yeah.
they'd swap out as it would happen.
And it's a
stop
good way
them
to
dying.
heal up,
Yeah,
which is nice.
because it reset their health bar completely.
But to be honest, whenever I've played, because I played a lot with Luke, and of course Luke plays a lot of MOBAs
We jumped
on
on the other
console,
night.
and we
We
jumped
did,
on.
yeah.
we all jumped
And
on.
once you've got a group of you, and especially if you're communicating, you dominate.
Yeah.
You really do dominate.
Or would be interesting to see though when the rank season goes live again to actually give it like a bit of a grind on rank to see does it actually get more
Does it get more
shit we
complex?
actually need to work as a team more.
Definitely.
Because at the moment I feel like you're just playing people who are probably like, oh, it isn't like people who never played a MOBA. Oh, I'm just playing like Twisted Metal, and I just got to take this
Yeah.
tower down. Like,
Yeah.
You're probably just playing idiots who think it's just a vehicular warfare.
I think
Yeah,
once
good
it gets
You
into
did see a
ranked,
lot of
it
people
will
just driving
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely get.
I just hop on about you guys
No,
know.
man,
Yeah.
I'm artillery, mate. I'm at the back.
Yeah,
But
you
it'll
really
definitely,
liked
as you
those.
go through ranked, it will definitely get more difficult as teams play, and it will become more intense. And I think that's the good part. But they need,
But
they
just-
need the shot behind it. They need that depth in
Surely,
there.
like, over time that's going to improve. As
Yeah,
with a lot of
yeah.
MOBAs.
It'll
They'll have
be
more
teams
licenses.
buggy,
learning
it's-
it.
Buggy
Yeah.
as fuck at the moment.
My also
Oh, really?
is
Yeah, you-
seriously buggy.
You can't
Wow.
stay in. So it's a multiplayer game.
Oh yeah.
But you're in a party. You finish the game. You all get booted from the party. You
Yeah.
have to then all
What?
reconnect, and then normally on reconnecting, one of you gets booted from the game.
Yeah.
And you have to come back into the game. Wait
Wow.
for everyone. Honestly, you've taken
Necro
5
needs a
minutes
little bit
between
of work.
each match.
Yeah, just to rejoin together.
And matches last 5 minutes. So
Well, that's not true. It's about 20 minutes a match.
I've got
But
to say though, the final match we had as a 4-man was
Yeah.
actually pretty intense.
that was
Yeah.
That
they-
felt like we were against another team.
Yeah,
That
no, I
was
think they were a
more of
full
thing.
team.
and
We
that's
had a
that's
final
why I
match.
think once it hits ranked, you're going to see some really good
Yeah.
gameplay there. It's going to take that next step of like, oh, actually, I've got to think about this. And then if they can put in the depth in the shop, and that's all they need to do, because the actual
Yeah.
characters do have some nice different mechanics.
Yeah.
But if you can get the depth in the shop, then I think we're going to be looking at a good moment.
one thing I do like about it as well is you can't select the same car. So you're
it's
encouraging
each
people.
other.
So if
Yeah,
Dan
yeah.
chose,
Oh, yeah,
there's
yeah.
like 3
Characters.
tanks.
That's good.
If Dan took one of the tanks, I couldn't take the same car as him. I had to take another car.
Overwatch
So the
did
idea
that.
is, yeah. So
Yeah.
the idea is,
So,
that-
yeah, all
MOBA
MOBAs
thing.
do
well,
that.
I watched when Dan and I played Overwatch, they didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, you could just...
So you had a
everyone-
team of Torborgs who
Yeah,
just set up
exactly,
turrets
yeah.
fucking
Yeah, when we
everywhere.
first
You're like,
played. Son of a bitch!
the
Character
Switchblade
actions
have-
and MOBAs that do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Switchblade have...
I was going to say, does it have esports potential? You say it gets intense.
I think it does, but it still needs work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe over
I
time.
think we're at the very beginning where they're going to put it out there, let people play. But I do also, they're going to need to be quick bringing these things in.
This is on
It's-
PC as well, yeah.
It's been on PC
So it's
for
been
about
on
6
PC
months.
for a while.
think you'd hear more about it then if it was going to go anywhere?
Well, that's the issue.
Yeah.
They need. I don't know how big the team
For
is.
example, Smite, which has had a huge reignition because it's now on Switch.
It's on the Switch.
And
But
lots
it's
of
not
people-
yet, really.
Yeah, lots of people use Founders Packs, I remember, isn't it? On the
It's
Switch.
Founders Pack at the moment, but they still haven't linked it to your Xbox account. At the
Ah,
point
okay.
they link it to an Xbox account, that's when I'll start giving it a go again.
You'll get all the characters, won't you?
Well, yeah, because I have.
You had it on
I've
the
got the
Xbox
Founders Pack on Xbox.
Yeah. So
Which was really scary because it didn't link to the PS4, and I jumped on PS4 recently to have a look at my characters on there. Shit, I put in a lot of hours on PS4 as well.
I mean, I did as well.
I've done shitloads in Smite. I still suck.
Yeah, but no,
Smite
it'll be interesting to see how it goes on. But I hope they stick with it because it's got potential.
Yeah.
It does have potential, and it is a really nice introduction to MOBAs in a far friendlier way.
Well, if there was going to be one point I was going to make, it's lower the cooldown of the ultimates. Cause
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Goddamn
Matches
useless.
don't last that long, and
You get
twice.
about one ultimate with the length of the match because the cooldown of an ultimate is about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a match that lasts 5
And-
minutes.
And you don't have your ultimate at the start. You've got to
got
rank
a
that
level
in.
to
You've
it.
got a level to it, and you're still
Oh,
going to be waiting for it. And
Jesus.
you're
It's
just
just like in Smite. What's the dual lane ones called we used to play?
the what?
Dual lane mode.
Conquest.
Conquest. That was different. Having a 3-minute cooldown was fine because
Yeah, well, that's joust. isn't it?
matches
The
are an
3v3
hour long.
one.
So
Yeah.
many modes
So-
on Smite, I get confused.
Clash. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking
you're thinking Clash?
of. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you don't have your jungler really,
No.
though you do play jungler in Clash.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, I think
I get beasted by them, they're bastards.
the funny thing about the match where, because I was playing the kamikaze car,
Oh yes.
and I
You
did
killed-
it as a troll because I was like, oh no, he's healing me, he's killing me, and then blew up my car with kamikaze, and then for the rest of the game I was waiting for it to come off cooldown. I was like, this car's shit. What's the point
Yeah.
of having kamikaze?
Yeah.
I can't
You
use
can't
it.
use it.
I just wanted to spend the whole map running at people and exploding.
Yeah.
So I've not played tons. Only 2 games this week. I'll quickly wrap up Genesis Alpha 1 because you spoke about
Yeah,
it already. Genesis Alpha 1, yep. The review went out earlier in the week. Scored the game. I really struggled to put a score on this game. I genuinely, it's the hardest game I've had to review by a
Why?
mile because there's so much. Do you review it as a sim game? Do I review it as a kind of action game? Do I review it as a shipbuilding game?
yeah.
Like there's so much going on in the game. But to its credit, it does all of it really well. And there are so many games I've played similar context to it, where after maybe 4 or 5 hours, certain resources are just useless. Like this game, everything is needed all the time. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's never a time when something gets run out. There's never a time when farming one planet is actually a waste of time. It's always because when you get invaded on a ship by aliens, all of a sudden you need 30 sulfur to be able to build all the turrets, to be able to set them all up and all things like that. If you don't have it, might as well wipe your game. You're fucked. So Genesis Alpha 1, I scored it an 8.2. Really enjoyed the game. It's, like I said, it's very much, and I say this in review, very much a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
It's a very good jack of all trades, and it's got real nice ways of actually almost RPG elements in terms of not embedded in the game, but how you choose to play it.
Yeah.
Like, so for example, I ended up playing 4 times through because I kept getting invaded or things like that. So, and every time I made a conscious effort to play differently, and that can kind of feed in. When you start the game, you choose corporations.
Yeah.
So some will be like clone corporations, so you have like really shit weapon resources, but you get extra crew to start with, or you can choose a weapon one, so you get like free crew, so everything's really slow at producing, but you've got shit tons of firepower. And then so I played one mode really aggressively. I was like just going down to every planet. I was staying on every planet for way too long, just constantly collecting DNA stuff, and I was just jumping around planets, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Another time I tried to, before I even went anywhere, I was just milking resources. Like I honestly spent probably 5 hours of a game not even getting into hardly any combat, just getting resources, just to kind of stockpile and see how that set me up for the future. And they were all fun. Every one I played offered a different challenge, was a different thing, and that's kind of what went into the scoring of the game. It's genuinely a good game. Like, and there's people that are down on it. So people are down on it. I chatted to Dan, I chatted to Tom about this.
Yeah.
I don't think people are down on it. I think people haven't fully experienced the game. I think people have played a few hours of it and been, this is a shipbuilding game. It's got some sim elements. I can go to planets, I can kill aliens. Yeah, that's cool. brilliant, and they put reviews out for it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was the thing you were talking about earlier, where you were like, "What do I review this as?" I think the other reviews have gone, "Oh, it's an alien shooter with stuff on the side."
Yeah, they call it shipbuilding FPS.
Yeah.
They're the
And
two
it's not.
smallest elements of the game.
I mean, this is a sim game.
It's a
Yeah.
sim,
Yeah.
It's a sim game,
And
and that's how you've got to see it.
there's
It's
no
a sim
denying
game.
it. This game has a niche market. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's a stressful game when things go wrong, and when you've got like alien life board on alien life on one board, and you're like, where the fucking hell is it? And then all of a sudden your oxygen's gone out to one of your capsules, and all of a sudden you're about to lose half your ship, and you're in your little air ducts, walk around with a flamethrower like you're fucking Ripley, like, where the fuck are you, bitch? Like, and then you find it, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I killed it. Run around the corner, there's just nests everywhere, and you're like, oh fuck.
My ship's gone.
Like,
Everything's over.
Fuck. But you can then just go, fuck it, I'm just going to destroy this corridor, send that shit off into space and start rebuilding it.
As long as it's not the storage bit, you're
as long
just
as-
fucked, and you say goodbye to everything you collected.
My open gameplay, I got so excited, like, this is playing too much Theme Hospital. I was like, oh, you can build corridors. I spammed loads of corridors, then I lost all my power because I had no power for my generator, and then
It
I
couldn't
got
charge the whole
boarded,
ship.
and then, like, literally I failed the tutorial because I spammed corridors. Like, yeah, so the game is, and that's the moment I was like, okay, this is not a kind of piss around game, this is a game that's very serious.
Yeah.
I will be honest, and I said this in a review, I haven't actually initiated a Genesis on the planet yet. Like,
I haven't either.
and that's, we're talking,
Wow,
I checked my Epic
not easy,
Game
yeah.
Store thing the other day, I'm on 29 hours in the game.
Jesus.
And but I still want to keep playing it. I've not played it this week, it's another game I'm going to talk about in a minute, but I want to keep playing it. I want to initiate a Genesis, I want to see what happens when that goes off and all that. Yeah, it's just fun. It's not for everyone. I say it's fun. I use fun loosely.
know.
It's deep, it's challenging.
I don't know if it's not for everyone. I think it's a game people should try.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be one of those ones where, you know, if you say, oh, it's just a sim, it's just... But actually, if you give it a go, I think you're going to end up enjoying it. Because you're going to be like, actually, this has more to it than I thought.
Yeah.
You've just got to let yourself go into it and go, okay, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is really quite good.
Yeah. I think it
Oh,
looks
God,
good.
I've got to build
Yeah.
this, I've got to do this.
This is
and
an
then you're into
example
it.
of how deep it gets. So when you kill aliens, you can collect their DNA. You collect a certain amount of their species, you can then clone that alien for your ship. And for example, a little bit like Mass Effect, lots of them look like Mass Effect aliens.
Right.
So like certain Mass Effect aliens, certain aliens are very intelligent, so you can assign them to computer jobs, and they will do that quicker. Some are stronger, so you assign them to patrol your ship with guns and have better aiming and things like that. But for those clones to survive on your ship, you need to make sure you plant the right plants in your greenhouse to produce the right oxygen. Otherwise,
Or the right chemicals for them
yeah,
to breathe.
otherwise they
yeah.
will die.
Jesus.
Like,
So,
yeah.
so there's a point you're building this balance between the what you have in the air
Yeah.
to have your humans surviving and your aliens, and then how far you can push it
Either way, yeah.
as you're slowly like, well, actually, these guys are better at this job, so I'm going to clone more of those. But that means I need more of this resource.
But yeah, on the whole, it's it's a good game. Like, obviously, you can be subjective on what YouTubers you follow, what people you. But I've seen so many people.
Don't do that. Just
No, it's
Subscribe to
incredible.
us.
Why would
Yeah.
you go anywhere else?
I mean, what I mean is, I've seen more videos
the
down.
only
Second
channel on
opinions,
YouTube.
no.
I've seen more videos down on this game than I've seen positive for this game. I honestly don't know why.
See, I've got to say though, people who like sim games sound like they're gonna love this.
Oh,
like that's something
yeah.
they can
Yeah.
sink hours
Yeah.
into,
Yeah.
balancing
And I-
numbers and doing.
I knew
charts
something
and
the other day.
diagrams.
The fact that how much love's gone into this game, they're not stopped of it. There's
Yeah.
content going to keep coming in this game, I think.
Cool.
Not. Only because there's so fucking much there already, and I still haven't
I
done
do-
a freaking planet.
I said-
No, they're going to add something specific.
So I
to
said
beat
to-
your game loop. Your super
Yeah.
ship, they're going to be like,
no,
here's an alien.
because I have
ship.
worked my arse off on that fucking
said-
ship.
I said,
Its entire
take
ship.
it.
I said to Tom, this is very
Space
unlikely.
whale.
This is very unlikely, but I would love it if they'd done something crazy, like some cult,
crossover.
weird movie crossover where actually, like,
You want the
you could
xenomorph.
well, or something stupid like Critters, like a little fucking black hole. You know what I mean?
Gremlins,
Something-
please.
Yeah.
Gremlins,
would be hilarious.
something, or even like the face, like you
Sorry.
said, face huggers, or the eggs. You go down,
I
and
was-
you find
I was
there are
thinking
actually
of-
eggs.
I've seen the.
I found the eggs,
The
and the first time I
original-
saw it on the planet, I was like,
the original Star Trek series with the trouble with
Go on.
tribbles.
Oh yeah, I know.
Where you get all these lovely little fluffy things. You're like, aren't they cute? But then they breed like
They
fuck and the whole
multiply
shit
crazy.
goes
Yeah.
over.
That's
And that
a
can-
great idea.
Yeah.
But I
They
would love to
definitely
see
should have
some kind of crossover with like a space, like something that goes like like Monster Hunter does. I know Monster Hunter's a big AAA game, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, we got Assassin's Creed, we got Final Fantasy now, we got Witcher. Something that's like, yeah, remember Alien? Well, there you
Trying
go.
to think of already.
Facehuggers
Yeah,
now
that's
close they
for
can
2
get
You
weeks.
could
to
put
Like,
it in there would be great.
without
Well, they're
getting
not-
in trouble.
I don't want to go into.
They come aboard and they assimilate your
Simulate
shit.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you are clones already, so
Yeah,
you could have that.
I don't want to go into spoilers.
The Borg would be great. You just find a giant cube.
I don't want to go into spoilers,
Borg
but there
I think
are
that's so cool.
Yeah,
aliens
I like the book a lot.
And the
Oh,
Picard
okay.
in the middle having a wank.
there are
That's
aliens
always
toward
there.
Yeah, just
about 10 hours into one of my playthroughs, when I got quite far, I probably explored 30%, 40% of the galaxy, which sounds like nothing, but it's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot.
Um,
when you come to it.
Galaxy,
Yeah.
Yeah. There were aliens I came across, and there was actually these aliens that ended up destroying my save that were very close
Yeah.
to an
that
Xenomorph,
was the
but
thing
on all
in-
fours.
Well-
Alien 3.
Yeah, the dog one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The aliens, are they always animal-like, or can they
No,
be...
they're humans.
Yeah,
they're-
because I had
We're
your
talking
thing.
about
They get beamed up, you're like, no, what the fuck? These people just stand there with guns, you're like,
That's cool, okay. So you can have anything then.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they come in peace, fuck it.
Well, they fucking didn't, did they?
And you get these weird, like, hologram ones, don't you? They're like see-through, I don't know if you saw
Yes,
them. They're
yeah.
like weird, like, they look like ghosts.
Weird.
And I'm only like,
It was the first time I saw the sludge monsters. They came out. So when you first start playing, it's usually quite small monsters, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I've
little
got to tread on
crawlers.
them. That's haha funny. And then my ship came back from having been down. I hadn't gone down with it, and it came back up. And the steam comes out. That's how they get the aliens on. The steam comes out the sides, and then all of a sudden there are aliens there, and usually
Yeah.
you shoot them. Steam comes out, and these fucking huge sludge monsters come up. I'm like, Jesus! I thought this game was going to be small aliens. Holy
they
fire!
get
Fire!
huge.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Do they all have like 80s music video reveals
They
where
sh-
the steam bells
Yes,
are
yeah.
just standing
And
as
Lasers go...
Yeah,
Powers
they
in the background.
Sludge man.
Someone's on a
Matthew,
sim.
Matthew Kelly.
Yeah. Really kicks
Not
in.
Matthew.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Sludge Monster. And Kenny Loggins
Ooh.
starts playing in the background. It's like,
Wow, Stars and Eyes reference.
yeah.
we have deep cuts here on the internet.
I've spoken a lot about Genesis Alpha 1. I'll move on now, but it's very.
Remember when you said you were
understand
gonna
it's
talk
very
about it
good.
briefly?
Yeah, I know. I always do that.
I know. That's why
Next
I
one I'm
love
going to speak about. Now, I really want. I can't force people to go and play this game, God. But this is a game that is.
Oh,
but
go on,
if you
try,
don't,
try.
I've said this a lot. This game is going to go under everybody's radar. Simple as that. And it really shouldn't.
This is the detective one?
Yeah,
Yes.
so Rainswept. There's 60 minutes of gameplay up now. And the 16 minutes gameplay is just literally gameplay, not me talking. Because it's not the kind of game you want to talk over. You want to kind
Yeah.
of. I recommend go watch that. You'll get a feel instantly. You said that you actually quite like the look of it, and you straight away just watching.
See, seeing it as a still didn't give it justice. It's when you saw it animated and saw how much polish there actually was going there.
Yeah.
Because the art style they've gone for is very simplified, but when you see it in motion, you can see that actually a lot of effort's gone into it, and
And it's a complete solo dev project. So I can't go too far into it because there are spoilers after about 20 minutes into the game. But effectively, it's a murder mystery game.
Right.
You're this city detective that's been sent off to this very small place called Pineview, and basically there's what looks like a murder-suicide. Boyfriend's killed the girlfriend and then killed himself.
Okay, classic.
You get there,
Cool,
and the detectives of the small town are like, murder-suicide, wrap it up, mate, we've got a festival next week. That's literally what they're like. The sheriff, that's what the sheriff guy's like. And he's like, well, wait a minute, why is the window open? Why is this? There's 3 bullet things missing from the case. 2 have been fired. Where's the other one gone? The detective's like, well, look, he's been shot at close range. He's got blood stains out. And he's like, I can't argue with that. And all of a sudden, you're like, okay, there actually is something here. You have this really cool notebook mechanic, similar to Life is Strange, but a lot more in depth.
Right.
Where notes are to make down, but notes about their personality and the way they answer stuff and take it down rather than what they said. So I've not got to the part yet where I'm making full-on detective decisions, but I can feel like, well, if they don't use that, they've wasted that mechanic because the information's there in the notebook. But then soon after that, and this is where I won't go into spoilers. Detective Stone, I believe his name is. He basically has a past something comes up straight away, and you're like,
It's just
what was
thinking
that?
Detective Stone Cold.
And straight away you're like, well, did I see something there? And
Steve Austin.
yeah, he doesn't know. He's a wrestler.
Too young, I guess.
There's
I'm
lots
not
of
old.
subliminal messaging here.
You're old, don't worry.
Yeah, there's lots of very quick flashes of,
I know,
of
he's
scenes.
like 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a baby boy.
He's a baby boy, yeah.
There's lots of flashes of scenes where
Voice break.
you're very much like, did I see? Was that? Did I see that? Was that? You know, you saw it, but what did you see in that flash of image? Just by watching this, reading the synopsis, you know it's a game, and it says this at the beginning. I should say this when you load it up, that this game deals with heavy elements of trauma and depression.
Yeah.
So it may have some scenes that some viewers find distressing. I've not found anything yet or seen anything yet that's been like wow, but there's been emotional stuff that's happened.
Do you feel they put that in nowadays, just like they used to
think it's
in the
partly
old
do.
movies, where they're like, don't watch this movie, people had heart
Yeah.
attacks in the theatre, one man shit out
Possibly.
his own lungs.
I think
you know, that type of
I think
thing.
the issue with this
Yeah.
one is because it's such like a grounded story. It's
Yeah.
not like supernatural. It's not great. It's not like, you know what I mean, over the top.
Yeah.
It's the fact that actually someone who's maybe going for a bad time could almost relate to what's going on here. There is stuff like domestic violence that's brought up a lot and things like that. So there are things that happen every day that don't always get highlighted in video games.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, it's being. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a lot bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
I've put in just under
time
4
I'm
hours
on.
now, and I feel like I'm only halfway through. I'm playing it on PC. It's only on PC. Released today, so as I'm
Oh, wow,
recording,
okay.
that's Friday. Came out today. Our review will go up over the weekend, hopefully. But I'm really enjoying it at the moment. It's a game definitely worth checking out. It's £10 at release. The reason I also want people to check it out is because this game needs to come on the Switch. Like, it'll be beautiful on the Switch.
What was I saying earlier?
There you go.
On the Switch.
But it
Yeah.
works. That's the
It really
sickest
does.
thing about it, and which makes it even worse that the Switch keeps pumping out fucking mobile games.
Yeah. True, it's true. But no, that's Rainswept. It's developed by Frostwood Interactive. Like I said, it's a solo dev project. You saw a trailer playing, and then after the trailer, you saw my gameplay playing up there. Don't get
gone.
too close. Yeah, so that's
Isn't that Halo ODST?
yeah,
So,
that's everything we've been playing.
You never paid any attention to what
Should
you
we
say.
I know.
Yeah.
should we move on to some news?
That's why I just say shit.
If we had a fun editor where we could say stuff and
Oh,
they-
and it would do
they
it.
put it in, yeah. I've tried. He did it one time, and it was hilarious. Best part of
Yeah.
the podcast. And he's never done it since.
No.
Yeah. Should we go on to some news?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go on news.
News.
Okay,
the news.
5 bits of news this week, guys, and we're going to start off with a game
it's louder
that
in real life.
I am a little bit arrogant about this next one.
Oh,
Is arrogant the word you mean?
Yes,
Okay. Let's find
I was
out.
arrogant
yeah.
earlier. I was arrogant earlier when Tom was here, and I was reading through the
I know what
notes.
this piece of news is.
So
yeah.
this week, Grip, a game that we were excited about, didn't quite have the traction we expected.
Oh my
hard.
god! Hang on.
very good.
I'm just going to step it back a bit.
Yeah.
Right, rewind. it.
Right, we played Grip at Rest,
Yes.
and your comment at Rest was a
Oh,
bit
I
shit
hate
in it.
Why did I say it was shit? Why did I say it was shit?
Hang on, before that, your statement of a game we were excited about.
I was still excited to play it. Wasn't I? I was still excited to play the game.
I don't know if you were.
Just not.
You were, you were eager to prove that it was
here you
terrible.
go. Why was I down on it at Rest?
What?
Why was I down on it at Rest?
Because it was a bit shit,
Oh,
wasn't it?
you know, because the AI shit. They catch
Remember
up all
that,
the time,
please,
yeah.
for 1 minute's time. Remember that.
Do you want me to pull the
And
bait?
so, the big ass update, as they're calling it, has lobby overhaul and then 99
You've read it,
changes.
haven't you?
99 changes to the AI catch up and competitive nature. 99 changes. There you go, guys. I mean, fucking hire me as a dev, mate. I told you.
Don't know.
Do not.
No.
Tell him.
I told you at Rest this was bad, and you went, "Oh well, it makes it competitive."
He did tell him.
Hang on.
No, it doesn't make it competitive.
Hang on. You just said we said that. No.
I told
You
them.
said it to them.
And they ignored me.
You said. We did not say that.
I just
No,
remember
no.
being awful at it.
So to
and
add to
then-
what he said, she said, didn't you say they said there was no catch?
So after
Yes,
the
they
review,
did.
they then replied to me personally and said that there isn't AI catch up in the game. So clearly you've got 99
Flies.
improvements coming out that are doing fuck all to the game.
99 improvements, but catch up ain't one.
There we go.
Hey!
Thank you very much.
Yeah, literally
Quality humour.
Thank you very much.
going through it,
That's
it was
why you
like
come here.
so. Basically, the big change is you can toggle AI catch up, which isn't in the game, but you can toggle it on and off anyway.
Exist on and off.
Yeah,
They've added it, and now you can.
yeah,
do it.
exactly.
That's what they're
in
In case you
fact,
don't like the catch up, we
In
totally
your
added
notes,
just now.
it says 100 fixes.
Because that was in bold on their press statement.
What, 100 fixes?
Yeah,
So why
100.
they said 99
No,
fixes?
there was a lobby overhaul, and the rest were.
Oh,
Catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every
Um,
other one.
was catch up.
And it was literally when catch up's off, making it more competitive. The thing it was just going through this list of, and every sentence AI catch up, AI catch up, AI catch up, AI. I was just
So
like,
now are you excited to play it?
no,
All right.
they've lost it. They had the
They had
chance.
their chance.
I told them at
all
Res
for you,
a
Lewis.
year ago,
I'm not them, Lewis.
and they literally. I'm sorry, Wide Productions and Cage Element, but
Yeah.
I mean the aesthetics are still quite boring. But I'm no doubt the game. They are.
They are, no, they really are.
But you framed that like you were going to say something nice.
I am. In terms of
He is.
It would have
They were
definitely.
really quite boring. He could have said they were shit.
The
But he
game
said
would have
they're
no
quite
doubt
boring.
scored higher if that wasn't in the game. It would never have
Right.
scored massively because it is a generally quite a dull game to play through, isn't it?
It's very,
Yes.
It is very
Yeah,
brown.
as somebody who's
Yeah.
played
Yeah.
it is
Just a theory,
fucking
though.
dumb.
What if they added this for you?
Yeah.
What if this was their response to you? They're like,
In the code somewhere it says
"He
for
could
you,
have
Lewis,
really
with
loved
love.
this, but a catch-up just ruined it for him.
Yeah.
Just for him, we'll fix this."
Oh,
They
thank
watch
you,
this.
but no, too late.
But thank you, but fuck you.
Basically, I
Bunch of
I
dickheads.
didn't
You-
charge you a
you tried,
consultation
guys.
fee a year ago. And I should have charged you a consultation fee a year ago. So I told you how to make your game better, and you ignored me.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. They're doing it. Though.
How could you?
It's delayed.
Terrible.
Look at him.
Whatever.
How upset he is.
Him and his racing games.
Yeah.
Too much passion.
Okay, next
What else
up,
you got?
we moved to Ape Out. No, we got onto a really cool
Oh,
thing
yeah,
we saw
yeah,
today.
yeah.
But Ape Out is a game coming. Well, it was coming on the 6th of February, being published by Devolver Digital. Do you know Ape Out?
I think I do.
Ape Out's
What
the.
it is.
So it's
Nothing
a,
to do
down,
with Ape
you play as
Escape.
an
Giant ape smashing people up, going
you're trying to
through
basically
Oh,
escape
yeah.
a research
Devolver
facility.
Digital and
Yeah.
You're grabbing you're
Someone
grabbing
else.
humans. You can use them as shields.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
throw them at
It's
people.
quite
and
stylish looking.
kind of Hotline Miami with
Yeah,
an ape.
that's right,
Quite
yeah.
stylish looking, and a jazz soundtrack. Jazz soundtrack's important in a minute.
Jazz
Oh,
soundtrack's
yeah.
always
Now the
important.
reason
Yeah.
we mention this is because it was meant to release Nintendo Switch and PC exclusively at first on the 6th of February, but it's been pushed back, and they literally in a press statement
Oh, I
said,
love this.
"We don't give a fuck. It's fucking releasing on the 26th of February." And even funnier, if you want a review key for the game,
Yeah.
you have to. No one like so. It had an asterisk next to it.
Yeah.
If you want a review key for the game, you have to send a picture of your favorite primate or favorite jazz album to.
Is it, no,
to-
it's a picture of you with your favourite
Yeah, you, your favourite
or
primate,
you
or
with your favourite jazz album.
The asterisk was this is imperative. So basically, you can't get a review key unless you just.
And I was like, that's great, I've got loads of jazz vinyls upstairs. And I was like, I'll take loads of photos for you guys, we'll get loads of keys.
Do it.
And just, well, yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
do it. We're
Trip
going to
to
send
the
it
local
some.
zoo. Pictures with the monkeys.
Yeah.
Just don't
That's
let them
no
steal your
way to
hubcaps this
describe
time.
Hailsham. He lives there.
Are human beings not apes?
Yes, they are apes. We're classified in the apes.
There you go. We're primates, in fact. I'm sure we are. Primates.
So do
No,
a
I'm,
picture
I'm,
with
I'm,
the
I'm thinking of great apes. I'm thinking of
Yeah,
great
yeah, you
apes.
think great apes. We
Yeah.
we are apes. Yes, but we're
We
not.
can include that, surely. We'll get
I'm a
Lewis.
monkey.
I was going to send a picture of just my Bardock card.
So, other news this week.
Moving on!
No one can read these notes but Lewis.
So I did actually show.
Handwriting.
This next one's going to be awkward because you guys probably haven't seen the trailer, but we'll explain it to you. Tom has seen the trailer. It's a game
Force-fed
called.
me trailers before.
It's a game called Those Who Remain. Now, it got billed to me as a psychological horror game, a tense psychological horror game releasing later this
Aren't
year.
they all?
It's developed
You were
by
really harsh on
Camel.
the trailer.
It's developed by Camel 101, the guys who developed Syndrome. I don't know if you played Syndrome.
Well,
Syndrome's
I remember
the
Never
non
heard of it.
Syndrome. You
It's
can't
a very
be.
generic name.
Yeah,
so-
Syndrome.
Yeah.
You can't be. The key thing with Syndrome is you can't fight the aliens. You have to run and hide. I say it's not unique.
Well,
it's
like
not unique
Amnesia.
now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every
All
other
your
fucking
indie
game.
Yeah,
horrors.
yeah. So anyway, they sent this
Just
through
make
this
them
big
right here.
flashy press release and the trailer at the bottom. So I watched the trailer and I was like, meh. looks okay. Starts off with a fucking dimly lit corridor, slowly moving down, and I'm like, fucking, like...
That sounds quite scary.
I've always been terrified of dimly. It's lighting, man. It just freaks me out.
True.
I think I'm still, and I literally got here, is it scary? Looks pretty generic. Tom has slightly different opinions to it.
Right. There's clearly a lot of polish there with what they've got, but as you said, there is nothing original there. There's a lot of Silent Hill inspiration as far as I'm seeing, mixed with a little bit of I've got a case of Tentacle Face, maybe Cthulhu's involved. But
why is he always involved?
because it's always Cthulhu,
Because
isn't it?
he
Let's
is.
make a weird monster, couple
Yeah.
of tentacles, nothing to do with
Spent
hentai.
the Scooby
everything
Gang to
do
put
with
up a mask
Cthulhu.
and it's just Cthulhu
Yeah.
underneath. It's like, Cthulhu?
What are you doing him? Dismissive and say,
I like the idea that he's Zoidberg there.
yeah. I just think of it as Octodad as well, where it just kind of slaps
Shit,
out
my
of the way.
I'm not being rude. I'm getting a trailer set out for you guys for
Well,
the
you're
next.
kind of being rude.
Yeah.
Disgusting behaviour, as always.
Okay, so
But yeah.
and then yeah.
I think we're skipping on from that one because
It looks
that had
generic.
nothing to say.
Same here.
It
Lewis
looks-
gave up and started typing in
If you
videos
want
for the
more
kids.
of the same, maybe.
It looks pretty generic. Next up, the Kingsbird. It's available on PC now, the Kingsbird, and it's coming to consoles on the 12th of February.
Ain't you called the Queen?
The reason I've
Sometimes not.
the reason I've got this trailer
yeah.
up is so you guys can see what this is about. So
Are they looking at it as well up there? People
yeah, they will be.
Yeah.
So the Kingsbird is a so it's a momentum-based platformer.
Oh.
That
God.
requires precision and I knew Dan would say this. Precision,
More of the same.
speed, and skill is what they say in the press release. It's instantly I got written down here. It reminded me of a cross between. There's a game that released last year called Lightfall, and it was a lot like Lightfall meets Celeste.
I'll tell you what the movement reminds me of. It reminds me of Ori and the Blind Forest once you get later on.
Yep.
The momentum's very Ori.
Yeah, it's a pretty simplistic art style. I mean, I'm not playing the music now, but the soundtrack is what you'd expect from that game. But I mean, it's coming to consoles on the
It's
12th
about
of February.
that. If you want
Serenity
more of
Forge.
the same, go for it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually quite looking forward to playing it, but I like playing challenging platforms.
I think
I'm
See,
not-
you're
I-
not quite
no,
at the
I-
point where you've played too many.
I
of these
enjoy-
yet. I have a feeling there's a lot more of these coming. and
I
when you
enjoy
play, you'll be
challenging
like, "Can I have
platformers."
something new, please?
I've been playing them since 1985. But
Ninja Gaiden.
there's a
guy.
fucking point where you turn around and you go, okay, brilliant. It's like
going
like
grey.
Green.
He's upsetting to look
Yeah.
at.
It's
to be
like Green.
honest.
Green was fuck you.
It's
YouTube has told us differently, right?
Was that you made that comment?
Yeah, shut up.
it's
I
gonna
made
be
my
that.
fake
You keep
account.
bringing it up.
But there's a point where so Gru was a beautiful game. It
Yeah.
was a beautiful game, but we played the GRIS. It means
Grease.
grey in
Green.
French. It's not Greece. It's
Okay.
green. It's
For some reason, I just had the Froobs advert in my head instead. But we're not sponsored by them, so fuck you, I'm not doing it.
We do like them though. Fruits are good.
if you want to
There you
sponsor
go.
us,
If you
Fruits.
sponsor us, I'll do the advert if I'm
Oh,
ever back.
also Philadelphia
fruit.
Corners. Just out there. I quite like them.
Corners? I thought
No,
they
no,
were
no, no.
cheese.
Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
cheese.
Yeah, you get the Ritz Crackers ones. They're really fucking good. But anyway, let's talk about this game.
Cheese or fruit?
It's cheese, you dickhead.
Let's keep talking
So
about
done.
food.
So anyway, there's a point where you get these platform gamers and they're all very much a case of oh look,
Gamers.
sorry, platform games,
Gamers.
right? Where they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And this was a complaint I made about indie games last year, and that it became it's just a generic bland area now.
Well, we had a lot of the pixelated old school Ninja Gaiden ones coming
Yeah.
as well, didn't we? And now it's shifted to your
To
more smooth.
Celeste
Yeah.
did really
I
well,
did a course in physics maths, and now I can make
Yeah.
it go bounce.
and you're like brilliant. But what more are you giving me? You need to
Not
give me
mocking
more now.
physics maths. It's hard. Don't worry. I know.
I don't, but still, fucking hell, give me something more to the game, and that's what I want. That's why I like a lot of. I mean, we're going to be talking about our main topic is talking about games we're excited by. I'm excited by games that do something
No
different.
one can see you do that. It's like
Yeah.
you just had a small seizure. To
But what I want to see from indie games
Sorry.
is doing something
Nervous tick.
that we've seen before,
Yeah.
but then giving me something new.
Like
This-
Genesis Alpha 1.
like Genesis
Yeah.
Alpha
Yeah.
1 took things I've seen before but merged them together in an interesting
Sort
way.
of funny notification.
You know, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
well
fair.
done. You've made
and
So let me
sense
just
one.
slice in real quick. PlayStation just sent me a notification being like, the Anthem demo's out. You know, if you want to play it.
Come on,
Yeah.
please.
Please play it. We want you to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm downloading it, so I'm going to be playing it later.
I don't know.
I've already told.
I've got to give it a go. I'm not buying it.
I've already told
so.
people I'm buying the game anyway, regardless. Because I know I'm going to enjoy it.
He's an EA game.
I will enjoy it.
He's a sheeple.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I will enjoy an open world RPG, no matter how generic it is. Simple as that.
It's
Yeah,
He's-
RPG? Is that what you
It
call
is
it?
pretty
Destiny, isn't
basic.
it?
I will. I know
No,
I'll
it's
enjoy it.
Warframe,
Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
different.
but not with the depth.
and not free.
Yeah,
And not where you just slide and jump and slide,
slide
and
and
jump.
jump and slide and jump and
And go
speedy
so
twist.
fast. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Sonic
Yeah.
speed.
So last piece of news. Woo! Attack of the Earthlings. Remember this? I reviewed this last year.
Yeah, remember, yeah.
Attack of the Earthlings. It's coming to
Turn-based, if I
PS4.
remember correctly.
Yeah. It's
I
coming to
remember every
PS4
turn-based game I ever
and
sold.
PS4 and Xbox One on the 5th of March. I managed to get you guys some keys for when it releases.
Tom
Me?
can't wait.
If you
Got
want
me
a
a key.
if you want a key.
I do not.
That's
No.
No.
So
and it's me.
Give me a
sorry,
real
dude.
game.
Attack of the Earthlings.
no.
Attack of the Earthlings is so it's very much XCOM, but it's flipped on its head a little bit in terms of
Oh,
it's
they did
very
the flip.
loose. It's very
They're
loose
actually
and
just upside down Australian aliens.
G'day,
game
sport.
concept. I'll make that.
I can't understand his language.
Do they make funny noises? This is an important question.
Hang on, are we talking Australian?
the aliens.
Okay.
Do,
The
yeah.
Australian aliens.
do
as
you know what?
well.
It's been
Like
a year
later.
since I played the game. I don't know.
Did they go meet me
I don't know.
or anything like
No,
that?
they're not
To the
Roadrunner.
fucking
What did the noise of the Attack on Mars guys make? They made Mars
Oh,
Attacks.
Mars
Yeah,
Attacks,
Mars
guys.
Attack on Mars.
I was
They
like,
made a weird
Attack
noise.
on Mars.
They did make a
I'm
weird
sure
noise.
they
I don't
made a
know what it
Roadrunner
was.
noise.
I can't remember what they made now, but yes, they did.
I remember
Tim
being, I remember
Burton,
being
wasn't
quite
it?
humorous.
That was Tim
Well, I
Burton who
yeah.
did that one.
It was
Um,
fucking weird. I just
yeah, it
remember
was.
a lady biting a guy's finger off and him being like, I thought this was sex. And then he screams and dies.
Oh yeah.
Only memory of that movie.
Wow.
Everything else,
Wow.
I don't know.
So the concept of the
Many
game,
traumas of me.
the story goes ahead. There's this oil company who have invaded planets, and they are effectively trying to take all the resources from the planet and then bugger off.
Sweet, sweet.
They've
oil.
invaded this planet, and these aliens are like, "Well, you're not fucking doing this on our planet."
Let's lock
So
them
this
out.
this queen alien gets onto their ship, and that's where the main mechanic comes from. So what you have to do, you play as the queen alien. You have to kill the humans to get biomass to then produce other aliens for as like troops for each level.
Yeah.
Now, each level starts with just a queen alien, and they produce. Yeah, there's ones that can go in little shelters and kind of get through the level. There's other ones that are kind of sentient.
that all?
Sentient.
The one that's to stand like turrets.
Sediment.
Century.
Sentry.
Sanctimonious.
It was the different words that it could have been.
Yeah.
Right, so many options.
But then you go, come on, send
You're
something.
like sentient, sedentary.
Sentry in the end.
Rock.
Century, yeah.
So that's Sentry kind of turret things. But it's so the game it plays very much like XCOM. You can move a certain amount of things. You can set lots of different abilities up. You can attack. You can drag them off. You can kill them. You can put them to sleep. All sorts.
Pull them off.
That's all I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
When I go and
It's,
drag him off.
It works very well. It gets very hard as you'd expect with that.
Shut up.
As
for
you
a
get-
minute. I'm trying to listen. And I've just got you going in my ear. I can't hear him.
It's like when you're
making
at
the game
school, you
sound
got
more
someone
fun,
like
it's
whispering jokes
fine.
while the teacher's talking.
It gets very hard as you can
Sorry,
imagine
sir.
going through. And
Hang on, I've lost it all now. You're saying it gets very hard when you go through. What are we talking about
Dragging
now?
them off, aren't we?
Yeah, the sedimentary aliens.
Attack on Earthlings gets very challenging the further you get into the game.
Is it challenging or is it just turn-based?
Yeah, it gets challenging. You have to think about what you're doing.
It's a challenging or is it turn-based? I've heard about this prejudice.
That's not prejudice, it's fact.
now the game
If you
is-
say so.
I do.
The
I
game
do.
is genuinely very funny. You have this boss who is comes over to Tannoy, doesn't give a shit about his workers, and we actually interviewed Team Junkfish developers, if you remember, actually a year back.
Yeah.
And I remember then he said that they were watching the IT crowd in the office while developing the game to try and get inspired by that kind of comedy. And it rubs off hugely. Like if you like that kind of comedy, the IT crowd, the very dry comedy, then it's
I'll happily
It's
watch
very-
someone play it.
So he might not go meet
yeah.
me then.
very fun.
No.
No, they're not going to meet me.
A little bit. was-
But no, it's
Yeah,
coming
who
to. When I reviewed it last year, I gave it a 9 out of 10
Mm-hmm.
on PC. I don't know how it'll be affected in terms of controls on a console, because it is an XCOM style game. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's coming to Xbox One, PS4 on the 5th of March. You're quite looking forward to it, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
just said no.
There was a moment there. I
No,
was
fuck
really tempted. You're quite looking forward to it, aren't you? Yeah. Yes, I am.
We
It
are
looked-
brothers.
I did like the comedy aspect of it. I liked how it looked. I also like the idea of sneaking in and trying to just take these people out as the alien and just having a bit of fun. It looked good.
That's quite cool. But that wraps up this week's news, guys. Woo! So the main topic now. Let's go on to the main topic, shall we?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Brush away all my
final
alcohol crumbs.
final topic is going to be, as I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to talk through
nice.
3 games each that we're excited. I say 3, 2 or 3 games each, depending on how many you've got, because I know
4 or
Tom
5.
hasn't got tons.
I've got loads of AAA games.
Yeah.
2 pages.
That we're looking forward to playing or getting our hands on this year. So you can take this as a list of games to keep an eye out for. These aren't going to be what the big site's going to be going, this game's going to be the best game of the year. It's games that we possibly have a personal interest to, or we like the personal style to it. They might even actually be genuinely terrible games, but we just might look at the
I
idea.
At this
not.
point, we like the idea. Yeah.
Almost put. I'll say it later on. I almost just something to say it then, but
Go on. Say
I'll
it.
kick off. I'll kick off then.
Yeah, go for it.
So I almost put on, because I showed Tom, Battle Cakes. Do you remember?
Oh, Battle Cakes! Yes!
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, and Bob Tom was like,
I fucking
oh
forgot
my
that one.
God, what is Battle Cakes, people who don't know, again, I'll have, because we'll be talking lots here about games, I'll have everything playing on the TV behind us, rather than in front of us, because you never see us, which
That
is
wonderful
conscious of
trailer
it.
you showed me.
That's it.
Oh, what Battle Cakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Battle Cakes is very much you could give this to a 10-year-old and say, here, this is what an RPG is. Like, you're collecting sugar points and everything like that. Everything's very lovely, cutesy. The combat is very simple. It's turn-based, but it's very simple combat. But it's just adorable. But Battle Cakes
That's
is
you vomiting at turn-based.
I'm talking about a game that
turn-based.
isn't on the list. So I'll get to the game that is on the list. Are we going to do 3 each and then go on to the next person?
I have 3.
Well, let's just go round. You do
Go round.
one and then we'll go
Okay,
round.
so
Oh,
first
one
one,
each, yeah.
first one to kick off with
I'll let Tom steal some
is
of mine if he runs out.
RE Legend. RE Legend is a game that I backed on
some of these are really good.
Kickstarter last year, paying
Thanks
quite a
to you,
high amount for it on Kickstarter because I
I
wanted
won't
the
tell you what it is,
plushes.
but I'll tell you what it is when it gets there.
What was it?
Do you not
RE
remember
Legend
this?
was the
No, I
farming
remember you doing
simulator
that.
where you get little dragons.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I remember it. Yeah,
and then
yeah.
after the Kickstarter, it was picked up by Square Enix Collective, and it was meant to release apparently end of last year, where they released a tweet saying that actually we're going to delay the game by a year because we want to bring multiplayer into the game. So they're bringing a multiplayer element into the game, which, as Tom pointed out, is basically Monster Hunter. And apparently they even had a rip-off version of the Monster Hunter music playing
It
on the...
really sounded like the Monster Hunter orchestral.
Oh, right.
Like, just remove 70% of the notes, and you've got pretty much the same song.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, so...
Which is fine, whatever.
RE
Yeah,
Legend,
that's right.
it looks cute. It looks like you said, very Harvest Moony. It's farming sim.
They could
but
have
then
named it better. I thought
you
it was
get-
a Resident Evil spinner.
You can craft weapons. You can go and take on enemies. It's
I'm a real stickler for that.
yeah. It's
No, you're right. You could
Hey.
have definitely
Yeah.
done with a better name.
cutie life simmy game. Yeah.
You know,
We'll go that way. We'll go that way.
we're going this way.
Yeah.
Right, first one is one of the big boys.
Go on.
A Plague Tale.
Yes, I can't wait for this one as well.
Oh, I just think it looks so cool.
Have you been watching the Dev Diaries?
I've not. Is it
They're
good?
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for these in-depth sort of story games, and it's obviously it's got this kind of polish to it that you could excuse it for a AAA game.
So it's the Sobo Studios and
Yes,
Focus
yeah.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It has
Solid
so
looking.
many things to it that I should like. Like the witch doctors in there
Yeah.
and all of that, the whole crooked nose. I love those bits, the old masks the doctors used to wear.
Yeah.
And the stealth mechanics with the lights and the
I love the use
rats
of
coming
rats,
along. I
yeah.
thought
Rats,
that was so clever and
fuck
so
that,
good.
Horrible.
There's a whole mechanic,
Um,
isn't it, with the
yeah.
fire?
Yeah, I need to see something that then grabs it more than that.
Okay.
There is just something about it that just makes me feel we're going to end up with a really linear.
I don't mind
really
linear. If
quite-
anything, I thrive.
Yeah, but
on
I mean,
linear
I mean,
games.
not exciting linear. I'm
Right.
talking like, oh look, go over to that. There's a can of Pringles over there. To the Pringles, and then you go to the Pringles. Well done, you've completed your mission. Game over.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So go here, do
Right.
this, go here, do this, go here.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're
and take
moving
it
part of the
naturally through.
story
You
or
just-
something.
No
Because she's supposed to be moving.
divergence
Yeah.
from your main objective at all. Like,
Yeah, and
no
nothing that
sides
really
to
pulls in
give
the
you a little
story
treasure
or-
chest or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but I mean, on your point, I can see your point more because we're very similar game.
Yeah.
Effectively, Last of Us is exactly the same, isn't it?
Exactly,
you go
yeah.
somewhere, you do. You go
Like
somewhere.
Naughty
you do
Dog are like
something.
masters
Yeah,
of
but while
something,
you're doing
yeah.
Very good
Last of
narrative
Us,
going on this
there's a
game.
good
That's the
narrative.
idea.
going
Yeah,
on.
it's
But
Well,
there
the idea
doesn't
is, yeah.
seem to be in this.
Well,
You're moving from place to place, and what you're doing isn't narrative driven. It's very much a case of, well, you need to put light there to stop rats to get.
well, no,
that
it's,
guy.
the whole
And
idea of the
that's
game
not-
is you're moving your sick brother who's about to die
Yeah.
through 19
plague.
through not
France.
1930s through plague
through
ridden
1930s
Yeah.
France,
Well, the
Through-
plague was still around in the
through
1930s,
1990s France.
Continues, continues to
But,
plague Paris to this
the,
day.
the plague through the plague, and then you have to. Humanity's all gone bonkers anyway, and then you obviously dodge the rats. So in terms of the actual deep story, we don't know, but we know the main thing is you're
Sure,
trying to
the
move your sick
100-year war.
brother across, and the idea is that from watching the dev diaries, they're really trying to focus on that these are kids that aren't used to seeing violence. So
Yeah.
that trying to animate them that when violence happens, you feel sorry. You're like, shit, these guys. They genuinely
Not
feel
action
sad.
heroes,
They
they're
feel
just,
yeah,
yeah.
they are just kids trying to
That place.
survive in
High
this
pitched
world.
screaming every time
Yeah.
violence happens.
Which
I think it's going to be interesting, but I think we're in for a bland ride.
Well, let's hope not.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've just got to get it right on the narrative.
Tom.
I'm really excited for Resident Evil 2. The game hasn't delivered it yet.
Pray for the gods by Mobile Studio.
You seen that
See,
one?
the thing is, I have seen Pray for the
Okay,
Gods.
so it's Tunic.
Shit, now they know I'm not in it.
By Andrew
Temtem.
Schultheis.
It's not coming out this year.
It's
Showed
a
him
Canadian
Temtem,
Zelda
What's
game.
the Tunic?
No,
He
the
was
game's
like,
called
this is just
Tunic.
fucking Pokemon. I was
Yes,
like,
that
yep, and I'm not even
Okay,
sure.
Tom's saying Tunic, right?
No,
by
that's the
Andrew
one.
Schultheis.
Tunic.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually,
And
in
it's the
all
Canadian.
seriousness-
Oh, go on. Yeah.
In all seriousness, what was the name of the game that the Skullgirls guys were making? Quiz time! I don't remember it because I'm shit with names.
we watched it on the trailer.
Yeah, the one you did the playthrough of. You did the.
Yeah, I've got it on my list.
Indivisible.
Indivisible, there it is.
Indivisible.
Yeah.
Indivisible. 0 games and
genuinely-
505 games.
Like, I loved Skullgirls. Skullgirls is a beautiful game. Mechanically, it plays really well. I want to see what else these guys can make. So when I saw that they were making Indivisible and they'd been funded and everything, I was genuinely excited for it.
Well, this is
But-
one I got to do a Let's Play of.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was actually really good.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Really
It looks
nice
July
really cool.
this year.
And yeah,
They're not
it's
wrong.
actually coming this year now because it's been a long time. But honestly, give them the time, they're gonna make gold. Because
What are you shaking
Yeah.
at me?
Yeah.
Skullgirls was amazing, so I don't expect anything less from this. And from what I've seen of the demo and what they want to do with it, it looks fun.
I was really impressed with it. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. And
And I love.
did think it was going to be a great game.
JRPG story, silly. It's not really JRPG.
It's not really a JRPG. It's
Mechanically, it actually plays more to
Side-scrolling
the
adventure
fighting
game, isn't it? It's
stuff
just
they
an
do.
adventure
Yeah.
game.
there's parts of it that feel more like a rhythm game as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the way
The
you're
way the
jumping
combat
between
works
the
is
combat and the
cool.
characters, it very much felt like a rhythm game, which is an odd thing to
Maybe
say
I could get on
because
board.
it's not a rhythm game
I
and
feel
it's
like
not
I
a
can't
turn-based. But there's rhythm game.
Yeah.
And if I got
I'm
you
in. I'm
dancing
out.
around,
I'm out.
Crypto the Necro Dancer for everything. That's what it needs. But it feels
Yeah.
like they took a lot of what they learned from doing Skullgirls and their
And
fighting
brought it
game knowledge
across.
and brought it into your RPG mechanics with the way the fighting looked.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Yeah. I
Nice.
think it looks cool.
Dan, finish up round one.
round one. Okay, this is one I have that you would think Lewis would be looking forward to more than me.
You better not nick
Yeah,
it.
you better not.
Maybe
I
next
purposely did put that on.
I'm going through the window, mate.
You think you'd think Lewis would be more excited for than me. You should have.
Actually, kind
Oh,
of.
no, no.
Benico's night market, where you grow cats
I'm so
and then you
glad
dress
I
in
saw the
samurai
trailer for
stuff,
this.
and you've got to race the cats, and it's fecking
Yeah.
brilliant. This I cannot tell you
That's not
how
what you're kind of
excited
saying.
I am for this game.
Oh,
Everything
I
about
love
this.
weird shit.
Has the same art
It's-
style as,
it looks like the
Knights
best
and
kind
Bikes.
of weird
Yeah,
shit.
No,
it's got
Knights
the
and
Knights and
Bikes.
Bikes, you know, the one that Double Fine are bringing
Yeah.
out from the other guys. It has that sort of art style to it. You've got to grow cats in your garden, then you breed them together to make new cats that are better at racing.
Yeah.
Just like
And then,
real life.
then
That's where
you'll
cats
like
come
this.
from.
Oh, oh,
There are
oh.
actually dancing sim moments where
Yeah.
you go into dance-offs and you do sumo wrestling
It
and
looks
bike
like
racing
it's
and
full of weird minigames.
So, so you,
just.
yeah, the main like loop
Main
is
loop
you
is
have to
weird.
create these objects. So you go into like caverns, or you go to find rare precious materials to make, to craft items, to sell at the midnight market, to then get money to live life to basically praise the village you live in praises the sun cat. And so you have to praise the sun cat, but to praise the sun cat, you basically have to have fun. And to have fun, you have to go race cats, you have to go and dance, you have to just do
all sorts of
WarioWare style kind of games,
great,
but
yeah.
with cats.
That's really
sounds fantastic.
Make it real.
Yeah, and it looks incredible.
Switch
it looks so much fun. It looks
Q2,
just.
Sounds great.
Yeah, Meowser Games, which had me sold straight away. They're called, and it's part of the Humble Bundle.
Yeah, Humble Bundle publishing it. Yeah.
Publishing it, yeah. So that'll be out there, and just,
Yeah.
I really can't wait for it.
It's
There are
gonna be
two
cool.
games I can't wait for this year.
Dan's
and
going to
this is
be
one of them.
reviewing that one.
Yeah, and 10 out of 10.
Just
Let's
cats.
do
And
that.
there you go. There you
No,
go.
I don't give a shit about scores anyway, so fuck it. 10 out of 10.
So,
Oh no, sorry. IGN states. 7
well,
out of
you
10.
got to be careful here because IGN are technically publishing it because IGN own Humble Bundle.
That doesn't
Do they?
mean I can't
Yeah.
slate
That's
IGN.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what are they gonna
That
do?
doesn't change.
Yeah.
That doesn't
I
change
know, I'm
how
just
I
saying.
read things.
They'll fucking find
Just
him.
saying.
They're
they'll-
ruthless.
I'm so scared of IGN.
Yeah.
All I'll do
They
is
have
IGN is
enforcers.
7 out of
They'll
I'll
get
do what
you.
they do. I'll wait for someone else to publish a review, and then I'll rewrite it with a couple of
Or
words.
you just fake it like
Yeah, just
Resident
don't,
Evil.
just don't play it.
Don't
Yeah.
play it.
Just
Yeah,
play a little bit of it, and that's fine.
that was my other plan.
Scenario B? What's scenario B? Who knows, you know?
Well, you never know. Maybe the review guy just didn't get his copy yet.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
sour on
Okay,
it.
so the next one is one that Dan is definitely going to look at and yawn. There's no denying that. And I don't think it's because it's a boring game. It's just because he's seen this game so many times.
Right.
Best way to
He's seen every
describe
game
it. Best
a
way to
million
describe it is
It's
it is
the
a
advantage of being old.
best way to describe it is it's a 3D Dead Cells. That's basically what it is, and it's Children of Mortar. Children of Mortar are played at every event at the Idea Xbox, at any event we've been to. And it is a case of, now they've not given loads of way about the story, but as the trailer suggests and what I've read about it, it's very much family orientated. You play as a family. It's a roguelite. So you go off in the world, you die, you come back, you
Can't
buy
remember all
more,
these terms.
you buy more abilities,
Game
and you should technically be
Yeah.
able to get further and further and further and further, much like Dead Cells. The pixel artwork.
Resetting.
Yeah, the pixel artwork, the combat animations all look very similar to actually Dead Cells. Just the fact that you move in a three-dimensional plane rather than just going side to side. But as I've said many times, I love those games. Like if it's got challenging combat in it, if it's got the gameplay loop into it, if it's got like some kind of grind I can get into, I love them.
A lot of it's going to be how tight the controls are as
Yes,
well.
that is,
As
and the
soon
fact
as
that it's
it feels
3D as
like
well.
It's not your fault. It's lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. And this game has been in development for like I played it in a good form, and it felt like a finished game when I played it 2 years ago. So I don't know whether it was a case of they went, well, we've made one level that's amazing.
That's probably
We're going to demo that.
Yeah.
But then every time I've demoed it, it has been different
Yeah.
areas of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But the question. Oh, yeah, sorry, go on. What's it?
Who the devs? Do you know? You don't know?
I do know, and I forgot.
I wish you didn't ask now.
Yeah.
Dick and Harry.
Yeah. The question really is, does it do anything new to the genre?
I don't
Apart
know
from
yet.
making it into the
So
third
there's-
dimension.
How is
which
it?
actually-
How is it 3D? In what sense? Like,
So you can move up,
It's
down,
more
left, right.
isometric.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's 3D as in the 3D world.
Yeah.
You have
That's
an
what isometric
8-point
was
axis
with
movement
Yeah.
with the joystick
Is that
rather
what
than
it
left
is?
and right.
It's, if you did that with the diamonds, then yeah.
Yeah, no, that would still count.
So
Sweet.
in
I
terms
know
of
what I'm
it
talking
new,
about.
the only thing I can think of it's going to do new, and again I don't know enough to kept this very under wraps, is this kind of family mechanic it looks to tease.
See,
So you keep going back to have dinner with your family,
Yeah.
and it's like the family will learn to solve to it. And I don't know what they mean by that. I don't know whether it's like you said, possibly
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go off and die, you add to the family tree. I mean, maybe, I don't know if that's a mechanic that happens,
yeah, like
I don't
the
know.
game I was talking about. that
Did you
came
just
on
check
before
behind
it.
you for the family tree?
I did not.
He went over there to get a family tree, and then you looked to check.
I am often worried there are family trees behind me. But
Right,
look, no, Lewis's phone lit up and it distracted me momentarily.
Featured dead, the first
I just thought you were checking. There's a fucking tree.
Yeah, but no, it looks. It's a game I've been excited about for a long time.
Yeah.
There was a few games I wanted to put on this list, and I copied a couple of other games out. But because every time I play it, I get more excited for it. It kind of had to go on there, and they have said it will come in 2019. So yeah,
I say it
that's
is
what
your
I'm
list, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're excited for.
I'm actually going to just Google the devs. So carry
Yeah,
on.
to find out who it's cool.
I've got my next one. Is this the one you shook your head at?
Go on,
The
go on.
last one.
No,
No,
I
no,
shoot
tell
the head
me,
because you haven't got a game on there that I expected you to have on there.
Oh, okay. I probably forgot it. That's all.
Yeah.
My next one is After Party. by
This-
Night School
Oh
Studios.
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously,
The guys who made
Oxenfree, yeah, which is a game I fucking loved.
Yes.
It was so good. I wanted to play it more than once,
You'd like
but
Oxenfree.
Yeah, I've seen Oxenfree.
oh, it's good. It's good
Oxenfree is
shit.
cool.
Yeah. This game, you are in hell, and the
Great.
story of the game basically is you're trying to drink your way out of hell, and you want to. Oh,
Dead Mage. Dead Mage
No, they're the one who made
developers
it.
there you go. Okay,
who
cool.
made it, yeah.
You want to. End game is you want to defeat Satan at a drinking game.
So you're going to be utterly plastered by the time you get to Satan.
Basically, I assume that is the case. But they say you're on an island called Nowhere, which is like one of the most remote islands in hell.
So it's limbo.
Yeah.
I assume so. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're basically you're going up the ranks of Satan's underlings in drinking contests to get to Satan.
I kind of wish it was Satan's shit list. She's like, oh my god, this guy needs to stop fucking drinking. You've already been a bad boy and got down there. What's he doing?
Imagine the people you're going to meet there.
Hang on, drinking sending us to hell?
Maybe.
No one fucking told me that.
Well, gluttony.
I
If you drink too
guess.
much, counts as gluttony.
It's better in hell anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
That
demon
is
girls
true.
are hotter.
Read the Bible. Come on. What's wrong with you?
Hang on, that's only. Surely we should be reading Dante.
Dante's
Because
Inferno.
he's the one who talks about the circles of hell. The Bible doesn't really go into it that
Not the
much.
circles. I'm talking about the sins.
As long as we can skip the cold one, I'm all good.
The Bible
Yeah,
gives you
but-
the list of sins.
But you're saying
the
that
ones
we
are
go to an
important.
island called Nowhere, which means we're then talking about the circles of hell and where that is. We're not
Oh,
talking
no,
about the reasons you go there.
The way I
the
understand
different
it
circles
is
you hit.
imagine
depends
hell
on what
is
you-
a big country. And
Okay.
it has islands, I guess. Because they describe it as an island.
Are you talking Guernsey?
There's a very big house in
That
the
is very
country.
true.
Okay, right, cool.
But yeah, but
So
basically,
the Channel Islands.
are we discussing UK geography now?
Yeah, we
it's
are,
like
why not?
we're in a geography lesson.
Well, that's where
All I
Guernsey
learnt
is.
about was rocks. My
That's
geography teacher
geology,
was
mate.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how bad my teacher was.
It's very bad.
So I don't know
Dyslexic
this,
teacher
Matt.
went into the wrong lesson.
Have a rock lesson. Sweet. Yes.
So this is
Rock
Bon
lesson.
Jovi.
Oh wow, we have died many levels.
I
This.
went there. I fucking-
7
Yeah, anyway,
levels of
sorry,
water.
So
Yeah.
you've got to drink against the devil.
Yeah, they've said player choice will have even more of a role in this than it did in Oxenfree.
Okay.
I had a big choice in Oxenfree.
It really
Yeah.
did, yeah. And it seems to be the same style of game. Art style and everything seems very similar, though very different tone in Oxenfree.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be a same style of game.
It's fine. Oxenfree worked brilliant. Why not
I love it.
take
I
something
love it
you've
so
done
much.
really well? and
Yeah,
just-
yeah,
So,
definitely.
Brilliant.
yeah,
on it,
yeah.
yeah.
You start looking at it through a different filter, you know. It's just changing it up a little bit. And I want to play it because Oxenfree is great. I want to play this one. There you go.
That's a
I'll
good
play it.
choice. Good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. Unlike Lewis's one. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that is definitely one that's going to be like, yeah, got to look for that one.
Again.
Tom,
Tom,
I'll run out.
Tom.
you ran out.
you ran out with that one.
I don't know
That one that was
these
Okay,
games. yeah.
Choose
Hey, it
one.
wasn't given to me.
Choose
Oh, it's
one.
right, but it wasn't his
I
list.
gave you loads.
It was on my list. You gave me loads. My memory's not working.
10
Drank
10.
too
You said
much.
10 10. But I don't think that's coming this year.
No, a lot of them aren't coming this year. I
No.
think that's my
I'm
main
sure-
problem.
I
Probably
mean, you're more than
half
welcome to
these
say Battle Cakes. Or Racing Apex.
Is that this year?
Oh, fuck, I forgot
That's
that
why.
one.
That's what I
Shit.
thought you were going to put on.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I'm
actually
adding,
looked
adding
at
it
it,
now.
Once you try and give me ideas.
See, because you actually had good points about Racing Apex.
Oh,
Did he?
You did
yeah,
have
with
good
the,
points about it.
Oh, his
Oh,
points
yeah.
are
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah, he actually said some things.
My
I
point is I'm undefeated. That's
I was
my
telling the
point.
story.
Yeah, it sounded like you
I was
were
telling
really
the story about
pissing someone off
the
at
journo
least.
next to you who was
journo.
getting so
Yeah.
angry, and you were just like, "Woo!" And he's like,
I
like
the,
sweat patches getting bigger and bigger, and you're like, "Way!"
the guy there who's like, oh yeah, we'll change it up, and he was like, oh, you can stay on and everything because we just wanted to get these free on whatever. And the guy next to me was like, he's like trying to beat me. It was just so easy. 3 games I played, undefeated. Beat Lewis, beat Dan. I
What-
guess.
what
Yeah,
did
that's-
you-
he was there as well.
What did you like the look of Racing Apex?
Well, first of all, I saw it and I was like, that's Outrun, right? This isn't a new game, this is Outrun. It
No.
looks like Outrun.
No, it looks
it's-
like Daytona Racing.
No.
Yes, it does.
When's
It
the
doesn't
last
look like
time you
Outrun.
went to Daytona?
No, it's a little bit better, but it's not
Brotherly
Outrun.
love, here it
It's
comes.
not Outrun.
The
I'm terribly
devs
sorry,
did
it's not
say
Outrun,
they
it's
used
more
Daytona as an
They used
inspiration.
Daytona as an
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Well, you go wrong, let's say Outrun. But that's a good thing. Keep with it. The good thing they've done with the simplistic art style is it's let them do some really fun stuff with the vehicle destruction. The way the vehicles fall apart looks really fun.
Yeah, and it
And
also.
from what you were talking about the way it controls and everything.
I'm saying it's,
Oh
it's
my
hard,
God.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a dream.
It's a sim racer.
Yeah, you
It
love
is.
the way it controls.
Dan went flying into the
Easy
first corner
straight
and was
line.
like, "Yeah," and he's going, "Woo!"
Well, I was
What?
playing it like an old arcade game because that's what it looks like. It
Yeah.
looks like your classic. I'm going to put my foot down and fucking hammer it, but you can't because it is so precise. It is beautiful.
I just went into Zen mode.
You can get
drifted around
sideways,
every corner.
but
You can
You
go
have to.
sideways.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
nice
sideways,
drift.
almost a
you've
whole
got-
race.
See, I feel like this will be what will be my best first experience ever with this game because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit accelerate. The first corner's going to come up. I'm going to go, okay, so I just push left, right. I'll slam into it. My car will explode all over the place, and I'll go, oh shit, I've actually got to learn something.
that is my first
Yeah.
experience of it. That is literally what I
do
did.
miss not being able to do that in racing games, to just start a racing game and go left and it kind of deals with it and goes, okay, you can grind against the first corner.
Yeah.
I want to have a racing game that goes, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You exploded, you're dead,
I honestly
try
think-
again.
Online racing will be very competitive in this game because
Not for you.
no, in terms of like,
I'm expecting to see your name at the top of it.
So in terms
Oh, number one worldwide, yeah.
and a very angry
but in terms
Russian
of
journalist
just
gonna be there.
below, just
in terms of crashing and then making your car like lose performance,
Which it does.
which
as
you
well.
will do, is going to be
You wouldn't
huge.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
gonna
wouldn't
be
know.
tense edge of your seat stuff.
Crashed once, so.
I crashed every
you just
corner.
did it as a
And
handicap.
there's a whole new mode coming into it with weapons where you can add weapons onto
You
your car.
don't need that shit. I can't get around the corners anyway.
Yes, you do. For people like me.
That's a good
I
choice.
don't need to win this race.
It's a great
I
choice.
just take
That's
as
why I was
many
expecting
people
you to
out
have
of
that.
the race
I
as possible.
I forgot. I obviously like had it in my mind, but I didn't
Yeah.
realise it was this year.
It's,
I
yeah,
think the
racing
fact
It's
that
on my list now.
because we
so.
played it quite a while ago.
2 years
Two
ago.
years ago.
2 years
2 years
ago we
ago.
played this game
It's a very
and
early
loved it
version of
then.
it as well, yeah.
Like, I mean, I lost dramatically.
Did you lose?
Did I lose? Yeah.
What about
But
that?
I had one race
Oh,
but
and
I
you wouldn't
really
play me
enjoyed
again.
it.
I know.
Really
I had
enjoyed
one
it.
race against you and then you wouldn't play me again. I was like, come on, let's
That's
have another
not
go.
true. That is not true. You had one race against him, and then we got booted off, so
Oh, yeah.
that the press guy
Yeah.
could have his go.
You're thinking of Dragon Ball.
Because you got to remember, we weren't press there. We paid for our own tickets. Yeah. We didn't get the press
Yeah.
passes. So we weren't press. So they were
just
like, oh,
needed someone
press are here
extra
now.
on. Yeah.
Playing some noob.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking thrashed him, and it was
I reckon that'll
a
hurt their
The
review.
guy was so angry.
I hate it.
Like, you can
Beat
literally
the
from a distance
random-
just see him going.
But that wasn't the best bit. What I really enjoyed was because obviously when most of these people, and like we do, you go as a group.
Yeah.
So a group of you go together, but the guy behind, before the race started, and Tom's a cocky shit, right? Because we all are. That's
I've
how,
got no
that's how
reason
this
to
works.
be. I just am.
But when he sat down, the guy behind was talking to the dev.
Yeah.
Because no, it wasn't the dev. She was just a
Oh, she
PR
was-
She was
person.
a curve
it?
PR
Curve.
person.
Yeah. She was busy being nice as she should be, and as she does as a job. So and he's like, oh yeah, he's really. I've got him sat down for the racing once. I'm just going to look because he's really good at the races and that lot. And then as he was losing, the guy was like, oh, well, this isn't his normal thing. She was trying to cover for him, and it was just fucking hilarious. And so we're both there going, oh
that's
please give us.
salt.
It
That's
was
salt in
good.
the wound. That
They-
one.
I
He
tried
was
to
quite
talk to the
obviously
guy
going-
afterwards.
he wasn't having it.
I was in good spirits, so I was like, I was
Of
good
course
race,
you
mate.
were.
I was like trying to have a chat with him. Come on, get a grip,
Try
mate,
and
it's
shake
okay.
his hand and say GG. The worst thing you can do. That's like every fighting game tournament ever. Where someone throws their controller, the other guy's like, good game, good game.
Best of best.
But it was quite obvious they were trying to go for the codes and trying to get in there
Yeah.
for it. Oh yeah, cheers. Like, oh no, he's usually better than this. Please give us a code because of it. And you were like, yeah, just fucking had it, didn't I? Oh, beautiful
Highlight
moment.
of VGX.
Beautiful moment.
Nice. Good choice, Tom.
I'll have to
Thank
save
you.
my best for last.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
obviously.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh god, what do I pick?
I haven't.
See, my problem is there are actually loads of indie games
Oh, there are
coming out
so
this
many,
year
so many.
that I really want. Yeah, did you not know that?
Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, there's a new Toe
Yeah.
Jam and Earl coming out.
Did
Yeah,
you
Comes
know
out
that?
Back in the
in
groove.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
That's old school.
Oh, mate. And
See, I
it's
saw that and was
hilarious.
like, that's a new game.
Weird.
Apparently it was out before.
Oh.
Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl. It's a really old game.
Oh no, I thought it
Yeah.
was a sequel to Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah,
It is.
but it's based along the same sort of thing. It's exactly the same
I'm
premise.
confused.
Never
Is
heard
it a
of
sequel
Toe Jam.
or is it just another Toe Jam and Earl? It's just the same thing again.
Well, it's the same thing
another
again.
Toe Jam and Earl would be
Be a sequel.
Or
right?
is it a prequel? Or...
No.
not
Yes, no. It is exactly the same game. The ship's destroyed. You've got to build it again. You're going through. It's got
It's a
cool, funky
remake.
tunes.
Remake / remaster.
Yeah.
Funky beat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I kind of
In
go that
layman's
way.
terms, yeah.
But yes, but that's not the game.
You lame.
I know one you're going to say. I think I know what he's going to say.
Well, there's one I'm definitely going to say. Seeing as I can't pick, let's go for the one I'm definitely going to say. And this would be the number one game I'm excited for. And it's by the Gentle Bros. It's called Cat's Quest 2, motherfuckers!
I knew you were going to say
Cat's
that,
Quest
yeah.
2. I'm looking forward to this game. I loved Cat's Quest. I still play it. I still jump on my Switch.
I'd like to
'cause I've
play the
got it.
first one if that's ever
It's
available.
the first trailer. It's the only
Oh.
trailer we've ever featured him.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
What
My
was our
review
tag?
features in it.
Yeah, like on the
It's-
trailer it
It's
says...
Pawsome or something like
Yeah.
that, doesn't it?
Oh
Which
no,
is from
the perfect
Oh, that's it. The perfect. The
RPG
perfect,
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's still
Seen
our,
that. That was you.
That was
it
me.
says,
yeah.
and it says underneath it, Indecredible.
It says Indecredible.
Nice.
That's
So
like
we-
our highest rated review as well. Isn't it?
33,000.
Highest views, yeah,
33,000 people have watched me
no, I hate
cream over Cat's Quest, and to be honest, I'm really looking forward to it. It was
Yeah.
so much fun. It's such a lovely little game.
It's cool it's getting a sequel.
Playable at
And
Comic Con this year.
it's called the Lupus Empire. So we're gonna have dogs. Brilliant.
Finally.
Here we go. Kill the dogs.
Hey.
Take the dogs.
Dog
It's
genocide.
No, dogs
It's
are good.
adorable. It's lovely.
It's going to get
Cute,
really
it's
dark
just-
and gritty by the
And
end.
everyone I spoke
What
to who's
have we
played
done?
it through the internet or anything like
Merely
that, have all said
Hope it
like,
turns
do you know
out
what?
that
This
cats are
isn't a
Nazis.
complex RPG.
Yeah.
No,
It's just fun.
I mean,
Yeah. that's it.
not.
Cat's Quest is
True.
not complex at all.
No.
It is literally, it's just fun. It takes you right back to that moment when you first started enjoying games. When you
Yeah.
first played that game, you're like, you know what?
When
I
was that?
love
That's
this.
like yet to come.
When was that? What for you? Time Splitters.
It
Do you
was
remember-
before Time Splitters?
Oh, what,
for
the
me.
first time you really enjoyed
Final
a game?
Fantasy.
No.
No, we're talking Amiga.
No. You weren't there for the Amiga?
Yeah.
No. Oh, no, because
Yeah.
you had it in
Because
your
I always
bedroom.
had me down.
You had it in your
Am I
bedroom,
right?
yeah.
So it was
Yeah, you
cannon
know,
fodder.
Yes, it'd be cannon
Sega.
fodder.
Of all things, Fury of the Furries, because I used to have nightmares about the sheep boss.
Yes.
So you zone out for a second, and then
And
suddenly
there's
there's
suddenly
No, he-
nightmares
he
about a
bosses,
sheep
yeah.
And
boss.
furries. Sheep bosses and furries.
So-
Furry sheep
So the
boss,
way it worked
terrifying.
was
Wait, what
in the
worked?
house, because of course he's my brother, Tom.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
So the way it worked in the
Related
house
shit.
was that he basically got hand-me-down consoles. So in his bedroom, he had the old Amiga 500.
Okay.
So
I got
he was there with the
hand-me-down
discs.
PCs as well.
Yeah, you did.
So a lot of my childhood was Warcraft 2.
Yeah, fucking Warcraft 3's coming out soon again. They've remade
Yeah,
it.
they remade
Yeah.
it. I wanna
Can't wait
play
for
it.
that one. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Cat's Quest 2. I did that for Cat's Quest 2.
Cat's Quest
Fuck
2.
you!
That's right.
General Bros, love you guys.
There we
I
go.
better get a fucking code for that.
Yes, you will.
Because I will riot.
But the hard
While you're there, ask for a code for the first one.
They fucking owe us
I
one.
haven't
We-
played the first one. How do you do the cat eye thing? You've got to really widen the pupils.
I don't think there's something you could do.
The only way
manually.
to
I
wind
played
your
the first
pupils, mate, is to get stoned.
Do I have anything in the back?
No, unfortunately,
Um,
I'm straight
You
now.
know, keeping drugs
One
in the
more
back
each.
passage.
It's time.
So, last game each, or one more game each. Now,
Yep.
it's fair to say it's tough to narrow it all down. There's lots of games coming.
This is not tough.
No, for me
Oh,
it
what,
wasn't.
it's
No,
like-
for me it
No, I'm
wasn't.
talking about going
There's
through
lots
all
of
the games.
Yeah, going
Oh,
through all
right,
the games.
okay.
There was
Really
lots of
great
games
games.
coming out.
Yeah.
I'm still very much looking forward to In the Valley of the Gods from the guys who made
Yeah.
Firewatch.
Yeah.
There's tons. But there's this game, guys, that is genuinely going to change lives. I'm not kidding.
Fucking not.
Like, it's gonna
gonna
change
change
the
your
way you look at life.
Divorce.
This game is called
Divorce
Ooblets.
simulator.
Now, Ooblets. Now you're going to see this very cutesy portrayal up there, and you might go, "This isn't the game for me." Wait, I'm going to sell this game to you because this game is amazing.
Don't sell.
He
If
sold it to
anyone's
me.
like sad,
Ooblets.
but they're like, I
And
don't
I
like
was
cute
like,
stuff.
yeah,
Ooblets is Ooblets is very much inspired by Pokemon. The way it works is the little Ooblets are your kind of Pokemon, and what you do is you plant seeds. They grow into Ooblets, these kind of animated creatures, and then you train Ooblets to fight in combat. To get them more higher levels in combat, you have to get over here. To get them high levels in combat, you have to kind of battle with them, and then you have to give them different like watering can and seeds to get them grow further. Your little character can choose what they wear, the colour. Like straight away, do you remember on the demo? I played it at EGX Res.
You like when it
And
was 5
straight
minutes and you were
away, I
like,
was like, I found the hairdressers. I was like,
instantly like customizing.
and then the guy behind it, in front of it, after us, was sat down, and I went, Couldn't find the hairdressers. Fucking noob.
See, I wanted to play it, but Lewis just sat there for ages. I was just talking.
Honestly, this game is it's cute, it's adorable, but there is actually like depth to it. It's not just a cutesy game.
It's like Animal Crossing and Pokemon.
Animal
It
Crossing.
looked very in the vein of like your Harvest Moons, your nice games which you play when you don't.
Yeah, it's a farming simulator that's
cleanse the soul a little bit before you
Exactly,
get back to kill death.
And there is a
5,000.
and there's actually quite
It's the best.
from playing the demo there was quite a lot there actually. Like it was that's where that goes there, that goes there. I mean, we're not talking like 100-hour RPG game, but there are classic. You go join a gym, and then you join that gym. You master, you learn the ways of that gym.
Yeah.
And then once you learn the ways of that gym, you go to other gyms, and then you have to basically go through and become the ultimate Ooblet trainer. We've all heard that story before, but you know,
You want to be the very best.
Like there was, yeah, exactly. Yeah, honestly, this game, you guys saw me playing it, and I was just like lost in my element. It was
Dick
amazing.
was out. He was jacking it.
Yeah.
It was a horrible display. There were children around.
The guys standing round who were trying to sell it were a
Double
bit
Fine.
disturbed.
Yeah,
They
no
were-
one wanted to stop him because no one wanted to touch
The
him.
guy from Double
Yeah.
Fine genuinely was
Disturbed
like,
and
he
they're
still
aroused.
emails me, but he was like, I don't think I've ever seen
I
anyone
don't think
get
I
so
have to
excited
sell
about
it to this
game.
guy. It's sold.
Yeah, he
Plus
was
a couple
quite
extra
worried
copies for
about
friends.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I met
and-
him because we had a booked appointment.
Oh yeah,
I was
and
like-
you,
Is this
right?
for the
Do
psychiatrist
you know?
afterwards
Do you know
or for
those
the game?
stories of where you hear about people meeting their idols and they just crumble and like, ah! That was Lewis. Lewis met this guy who isn't making the game. He's part of the people who are there to promote it, and he's like, "Oh my god, I've been reading about this for ages. Oh, can you touch me? Can you touch me in places that only my mommy does, please?" Right? And you're just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man? We're supposed to be a professional outfit there, and you have
I got very
just jizzed on
excited.
his shoes."
We were just standing there watching him.
Well,
I was
I got
like,
us-
I'm
I
so
got us
sorry
badges, didn't I?
about this
Oh yeah, no,
guy.
we got badges and all sorts of cool shit, so it was good.
The
Don't
badges
worry,
were
we've been
fucking
trained
good.
to
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah.
it, I think.
Yeah.
But Ooblets, it's no confirmed release date yet. So I'm concerned it's not coming to PS4. There's lots of trailers at the end of saying Xbox or PC.
But as I was saying, that's going to be due to the fact that they programmed it for Xbox, and of course,
Possibly.
if
If
you've
you
done it
program
from that
it for PC, it ends up on Xbox.
on Xbox, and they'll wait until they've made some money to then port it to PS4, and then before long, you'd put money on if this does well, it'll go to Switch.
This game is adorable.
There
I
is
can't,
some porting.
it is no doubt my most excited game. Like, genuinely,
Yeah.
bar even AAA sides, this is my most anticipated game of 2019. I'm looking
We
forward
had
to
no idea.
Devil May
I've
Cry.
been talking
Like,
about it for
This
well
is my
over a
first
year.
time out here.
This is my brother's first
I
day
had
here.
no idea that you're excited for Ooblets.
Devil May Cry
What is
5 is
this
going to be
game?
great, don't get me wrong, but still, it's no Ooblets.
Devil May Cry versus Ooblets.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
like
it.
competition.
Red Lad kicks fucking Dante's ass every time.
I mean, those
Rad
legs.
lad,
Yeah.
rad
All
lad.
we
Yeah.
have to do is get
Talking
Devil
about Rad
Trigger
Lads,
into Ooblets.
Let's
That's
move
it.
on to Rad Lad's next pick.
That's
What
me.
have you got for us, Rad Lad?
Well, it would have been Racing Apex if I had known it
Thought
was
of
coming
it,
out
yeah.
this year, but it's not, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's The Occupation.
Yeah.
Remember that?
5th of March.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember The Occupation? I mean, that looks
No,
pretty cool.
remind me.
No.
Do you know the occupation?
That's not how this
The
podcast works.
occupation is very interesting. I think you'll like it.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
Sweet. dude.
Go on, Tom.
Do you
Tell
know
us.
anything about it?
I have no idea.
It's set in
genuine.
1980s Manchester. Unfortunately.
Manchester.
Yeah, I know. But basically, I think it's 4 hours.
4 hour long yet.
You've got this 4-hour section of life in Manchester where you're a reporter and you've got to try and figure out. I can't remember, some company or some shit. It's
No, there's
government thing,
a
government-
piece of paper being passed
Right.
for
an
like
act.
an act
Yeah,
that's going to happen in 4 hours' time.
that's right. And you've got to do some investigative work to understand what's going wrong. Some bullshit's happening. You understand. You're a
So when we're
reporter.
talking about an acting for, is it like a flashback?
No, it's like
it
like.
plays in 4
in
hours,
4
and
hours.
then you can go back and play it again.
Oh,
But when the game's
okay.
finished in 4
The-
hours,
the-
the
the
game's
more-
finished in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
So you,
but
it's
you
real
keep
time. You
rewinding
keep
back
going,
and-
yeah.
No, you just start again. You don't even rewind.
But
you have to
you
start the whole
obviously
game
know,
again.
you know.
Start
You
from
know
the
from what
beginning.
you know personally from having played the
Groundhog
game,
Day style.
Oh,
and you
so
go
it's
back
lots
and then
and
you
you
play
get
it again.
plus.
You learn
grammar.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
So
you,
yeah.
you learn, and eventually you become a god. And,
The guy said, didn't he, that
I know
you can play it
everything that
once.
will happen.
He said you can
yeah.
finish the game once in 4 hours, and you'll go, "Oh, that was how I finished Occupation."
If you're
You
an
could
idiot.
actually finish it 5-6 times, and then go, "Actually, now I know so much more about
You
the
understand what actually is going on.
So is this a game where the first time you finished the 4 hours, you're like, my god, I fucked that up. I definitely need to go back and do this again.
No,
Who
from
knows?
what I'd heard was that you can finish it in 4 hours and think you've played the game.
Yeah. So the ending.
It will have an end.
Well, the end.
Yeah,
The ending.
in a way, yeah.
The ending always stays the same.
I still love
But-
that news report where the journalist asked the creator of Nier, and they were like, you haven't told anyone that you're supposed to play the game multiple times. Aren't you worried that people will actually quit and not see it? And it's like, no, if they quit and don't see it, then that's the experience they got from my game. I don't
Yeah.
have to-
And that's very much what
And
it
that's
does.
what
But
they're
here
going
we're
to
like,
do with
yeah,
this.
yeah.
yeah.
But there's so much more to it. So you go back and
Yeah.
play it, and you know what you did last time, but you're going to explore different areas and find out new things. And
Okay, so I genuinely might love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems quite cool. I played it
5th
very
of
briefly at EGX.
Broke the game.
A couple of years ago. Broke it
yeah,
immediately.
broke the game. Yeah,
Put a record on. Don't do that.
that was
Play
pretty
that
much
music
what
to
they
you, eh?
said to
Yeah.
him.
Well,
They went,
wasn't
oh
it
yeah,
you-
there's a bug that there
You
was something in
done the
toaster,
floppy
wasn't
disk and then went to put
Oh, that
record
was
on.
it,
But
yes.
apparently,
Right.
if you'd done it in that specific order, you could look around this whole room. There was like 20 interactive
Yeah,
items.
there's a lot of stuff to do in
If you
there.
went into the floppy disk and then went to the other side of the room, past about 5 or 6 items, to then put a record on, that
It
one
broke the
thing
game.
broke the game. And he.
And he did it.
Straight away.
For those who
Immediately
don't know,
did it.
Programming is really fun.
Yeah. You can tell the guy was like,
But they were done with another build, weren't they?
he
They
was
were,
like yeah.
they were literally
Some
like,
guy was like going to come down with another build.
Yeah,
like,
they were
like-
bringing
Yeah,
a
they
new
were busy
build
out
down.
there
Yeah.
doing it at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
So,
He seemed a bit exasperated.
There's
wasn't he?
there's
But then
always
again,
one.
you've made it onto your list of what you're looking forward
Exactly,
to.
yeah.
So.
It's white paper games, and yeah, it's this month, isn't it?
It was
Yeah, it
this
was
month.
this month,
It's
it's moved.
5th of March.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it does look cool. I need to be sort of re-energized by it, if that makes sense, because it was so long ago that I
Because you
played
Yeah.
played through it.
Well, I played
Well,
the first...
No, you didn't play it.
20
all.
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 20 minutes.
That's
Or
how
something.
it
But
is.
it's-
I wasn't
yeah,
the
but
full
it's
one
It's
that
however
actually
long
got-
you
It
get
was a small
given when
section.
But it's
sitting
real
down.
time. You can look at the watch, and the watch is in the game time, and it will
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
So
like,
you've
okay.
got
Yeah.
so
literally
it is
4
real,
hours
the
to
4
play the
hours
game.
is real time.
So if you don't make it to the end of the game, you don't make it there.
Played
You
some
can.
really cool versions of shorter concepts of that. So seeing it go across
Yeah.
4 hours
Yeah.
should be really interesting.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Should be good. Good
But
choice.
yeah,
Literally
seems
sit
cool.
in your room for 4 hours and do nothing, and then that
And the
would
game
be
will
the
end.
end of your
Yeah,
game.
after 4 hours, the game
Do
will just
that for
end.
way more than 4 hours usually.
Yeah, let's not talk about real life.
It's not Ublitz, but good choice, man. Good choice.
Well, come on.
Tom!
Solid.
Tom.
Shit. What's an indie game? I'm really looking forward to.
I'll title the goose game because you get to be a dick for a while as a goose.
So kind
I
of
thought
like
someone
Duck
might say
Game.
that one.
Yeah.
Wah. It's literally all I remember from Duck Game. Just press the quack button.
just pick one, dude. The ones that have been scribbled, we've done.
Why are you scribbling all over your notes? You should be drawing penises.
Oh, they're the other pages.
They just polarise.
No, they're really not. I don't do that. I'm actually quite an organised
Are you
person.
sure? That's a nice penis.
But, thanks.
I have no idea.
Okay, right, let's move on. Fucking, this is what you call research before a show, right?
I'm a terrible AAA scum.
Even I did research.
I tell you
and I
that.
never do research.
The AAA industry is something I hate at the moment, and I hope it's changing. And hopefully indie games will push it to change.
Well, that's Sea of Solitude.
Which one was that?
The depression
Remind me.
one in the boat.
Oh yeah, of course,
yeah.
because I was a big fan of The Missing. If you have no idea what The Missing is, look it up, play it. It's very good.
I do not know what it is. So.
Yeah,
you know-
and I
Look
think-
it up, play
I
it. It's
think
very
that
good.
is
It's a
the
very
best-
cool mechanic.
I think that's the best way to go into it as well. If you have no idea what the game is, go into it and try it.
Yeah.
Because it's very good and the story is great.
Okay.
Go on, I think I know
So
the game.
let's. This is really difficult. So I'm actually going to list a load of games that didn't make it, and then
Shouldn't I be talking about Sea of Solitude?
fuck it.
fine.
So
It's a game.
obviously Wargroove, which is out at the moment.
The
I've
trailer
got
today.
looked interesting. There we go.
There you go. Wargroove,
Go
which
watch
actually
trailer.
out right now. You can play it. You wouldn't like it. It's a turn-based game.
Has it got that funky
So not
beat?
really a game.
It's got that funky beat.
Sweet.
I
It's got groove in the
wanted
title,
to
I
play
had
it.
make sure.
Yeah.
That's one I wanted to go there. What else have we got? For the King, which is yet again, it's another tabletop
I've been playing that for last year on PC.
game,
Yeah.
which I quite like the idea of.
Yeah.
I did play at EGX,
Yeah.
and to be honest, when I played at EGX, I wasn't overly thrilled. but it has the potential for it to be one that
I've
I
only played
wanted to
5
go on.
hours. So I've only played 5 hours. This is usually the game. I played 5 hours of the game and I barely scratched the surface. Like that's the game you're going to need to put 20, 30 hours in to then
before
get.
you really start playing.
It's a
Get further.
tabletop game.
It's like a
Does it
board
fully
game.
simulate the tabletop?
Yeah,
or-
well, basically, yeah, that's what it
You
is.
move hexagons.
You move
You roll
hexes
dice.
right,
as
so
you go
it
along.
is
You roll
just like
dice.
playing a board game.
Yeah, and that looks quite Untitled Goose Game. I've been looking forward to because you get to be a dick as a goose.
Yeah.
and that just looks like fun.
I feel like I
and
have
that's
seen
what
a
I'm after.
trailer for that.
Bear With Me by Exordium Games is a noir point-and-click adventure where everyone's teddy bears and kids' toys
And
and
it's
bits
available
like
in
that.
VR.
Which I don't quite understand how that would work, as it is just a 2D
You just
point-and-click
get to see it in
adventure.
VR. Yeah.
But hey,
You can do it any day.
Pray for the Gods, which is Shadow of the Colossus from No Matter Studios, which they had problems with the name for a while because there's another thing called Pray for the
I
Gods.
don't need to
as
get
in
confused
Pray.
here.
Yeah, is
And
it
this
Pray
is
for
one-
the Gods or Pray for the Gods?
It's Pray for the Gods, as in you are the gods' prey. They are looking to hunt you down and
Oh,
eat
shit.
There
you.
we go.
Suddenly I'm
Not
worried.
prey as in, oh!
It's actually the guy that had the initial thought and idea of Shadow Colossus left, and it's him and his friend. It's 2 people making this game.
And it looks very
Well,
similar to
it
Shadow.
is
Yeah.
it is
Just in
Shadow
a
of the
lot
Colossus,
ways.
but beautiful and with bigger bosses. So you know
cool
how
with
they
that.
keep pushing out the HD remake of Shadow of the Colossus all
This
the
is
fucking
this-
time?
They do it
Well,
every
this is
5
actually
years.
this is
A
actually
new
a
game.
new game, so you get to play Shadow of the Colossus
Finally.
again, but with a new experience.
Normal
Oh.
Last Guardian.
Okay, Watum.
Green Cube.
Watum,
Green Cube.
which is made by the guy who made Katamari Damacy. So if you've ever
cool.
played
Yeah,
that
he told
game,
us a few weeks
which
ago.
is just fucking out there brilliant, I love the game. You're rolling up
Well, they
different bits to
recently
make a
did
bigger and
HD
bigger
version
ball.
of that on Switch, didn't
Yes,
they?
it
I
did.
need to play it.
Yeah.
All I've ever done
I'm
is
gonna play
watch
it.
Katamari,
I don't
and
play
it
it,
looks
it's no
like
way.
I
It's
would
an
love
big
it.
deal.
awesome game. Well, this is a new game by him, which is yet again just weird and out there. I can't tell you what happens because, to be honest, I've watched it and I still don't get it, but I want to play it. It's cute, it's bright, it's wonderful. You just sit there going, I don't know what this is.
There's just something
I
about
want it.
Japanese brains.
Oh,
Like the
just-
best weird shit.
Just excellent. So
So true.
the final game that I'm going to
I
say,
know it
which
is,
is the
yeah.
third one, and the one I've been looking forward to for ages.
Modern Warfare 5.
That's the one. I just can't wait for it. I want loot boxes. I want DLC that makes no sense, but it's repeats of maps I had before. I want a rip-off of every battle royale game, but pretended to be done well.
And a login
with this
system that doesn't
because
work.
and login.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
Don't get
it
me
is
started.
called. and this one's for you, Brian, as well.
Eke it
Brian.
out.
This
Yeah.
is called Tunic.
Yay!
Which is from Andrew Shadice, and it's published by Finji. It's basically an isometric Zelda.
Finji. Then they publish
Yes,
Night in the Woods.
yeah. It's an isometric Zelda where you're a little fox and you're going
King
around
Fox.
doing the work, and it's
Literally
just
Zelda.
it
You
is.
swipe the bushes
And they come
almost like
down,
the
your
rupees
coins
pop
come
up,
out,
like-
and
I was like, this is fucking Zelda, but looks cuter with a fox.
yeah.
Everyone likes Zelda.
And I
Yeah.
this
Always
is
doing
my
more
number
Zelda
2 to
games.
Cat's Quest. I've got Cat's Quest 2, and then I've got Tunic. Are the games that I really
So
want to
is
play.
it more like your old school
It's
Zelda?
old Zelda.
Yes.
It's like your original
Yeah.
Zelda.
Oh, original.
Yeah, not original.
Not
sorry.
original Zelda.
Link to the Past? No?
Smashing.
Yeah,
place.
Link to the Past. The
Yes.
one that was
Yeah.
the one they did. The one
Oh,
that was
the
going for the
trophy.
walls, and it's just Link to
Link
the
Between
Park.
Worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's more along that sort of
Chewy.
line, and it's just
Where's Big Chewy? What happened to him?
well, this is
Distracting Dan.
no, this is the shit he does when he's not getting to talk. Because he's like, I'm just gonna fuck around. Cause look, I'm
His
clever.
ADHD just kicks
It's
in
just like,
immediately.
shut the fuck up. But anyway, he's looking forward to Tunic as well, so I don't get why he's trying to distract from
No Ooblets, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
it. So yeah, Tunic.
Yeah,
Tunic,
that's a good choice.
Tunic's a,
It's a new Zelda.
but
Yeah,
to
it's
be
alright.
honest, that like every single game we've said, I've been like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
apart from one,
Yeah.
that I'm like, yeah, fuck it. You need. Otherwise, can't wait for Racing Apex. That's gonna be freaking sweet. Ooblets,
That's
we're all
fantastic.
gonna love.
I'm terrified that I'm going to get Racing Apex and be terrible.
The
It's just not going to be your performance.
Occupation. I can't wait to play that one
Yeah.
as well because I love the idea of repeating the 4 hours and then
Does sound
finding
interesting.
See
more
what you
and
can
then
do
going back
differently,
in.
yeah.
And I like the time restraint in it as well.
Yeah, it's
The
going to be
fact that
stressful.
You could get
4
stuck
hours seems like
doing
a
this.
long
When
time,
you're
but when
near
you're
the end of
when you're
those
trying to
4 hours,
you're like
Yeah.
shit, fuck, get all this shit done.
Jesus, this is going to be great. Yeah, just so many good games this year. I'm really excited for this year.
God, guys.
Last year was
video
a disappointment,
games.
but this year,
Yeah, for indie games.
oh, can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
no, it is. So guys, that's a genuinely pretty comprehensive list. What I'll do is actually in the comments I'll put every game we mentioned in this. Well, not every game mentioned because we mentioned all the games, but every game we actually officially
All the games that never
counted
existed and never will.
in our
I
list.
barely scratched them, man.
In
That's
the-
the worst bit.
In this list, I'll put them in the description below, so you can use them there. And as I said, you saw the trailers playing behind us, so if any of those tickled your fancy, find the game name in the description and go look at it more, because honestly, some of these games are going to be massive, and they are going to go under the radar, unfortunately. Some of them, which is a real shame. Something like
Indie Credible is here.
Cat Quest. I mean, Cat Quest 2
But they're
probably
not
won't go under the
radar,
radar too much, because Cat Quest was actually really big.
Yeah, it did really well.
But still, it's going to...
Thanks to us.
It was all
It was all me,
doing.
baby.
And it was mostly me.
You hasn't played it.
Games like Racing Apex will go under the radar, no doubt.
Oh, well, and it really should.
Afterparty will go under the radar.
Oh, big time.
Like,
Yeah.
things like that. But anyway, that is going to wrap up Season 2, Episode 3 of the Indie Credible Podcast, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Watching, listening, whatever you've done, we really, really do appreciate it.
Whatever you did.
As you know, you can
whatever
find
you
these...
done,
Ignored
you heard
it,
his words.
you know.
What have you done?
What have you done?
What did you do during the podcast?
Well, I done some stuff, didn't I?
Read a couple of comic books.
Me and Danny Dyer sat out the back, fucking eating some apples.
As we said, we are. If you are watching us, we are also available on pretty much all podcast services in audio form. So if you can't catch us 1 week video, then just listen to us. And if you do listen to us, and then maybe you want to timestamp a certain thing, then you can come back and watch the trailer for those games. If you think, do you know what, the last section, I want to see those games in action, come back and watch it on YouTube, and you can see the trailers running up behind us. But yeah, as I said, that is going to wrap it up, guys. So thank you so much. The names scrolling across the bottom right now are our big boys. The
Big
absolute
boys!
lads.
Is that what you're calling them?
That's
They're
what
called
they
big
are.
boys.
The big boys.
That's it.
They're
So,
the
yeah,
boys of the boys.
They are our
Exactly.
patrons. They help.
Largest boys you'll find anywhere. Trust
The
me.
They help
girls, the big
support
boys
us.
as well.
Yeah, it's complete gender neutral.
Yeah, we don't
Gender
care.
neutral big
Boys
boys.
is a gender neutral term.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone
But that is our
It's spelled
patrons.
B-O-I.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Gosh.
Those who want to support us over on Patreon, you actually get quite a lot of your money. $1 a month gets you exclusive pre and post show content, as well as a complete ad-free experience over the whole time. So it's pretty decent, as well as lots of other things we throw up, and you get a week early access to our monthly show, which we record the first episode off in 2 weeks' time, and that's where we talk about
Midway through the month.
Well, we were kind of. That's where it goes up midway through the month.
Midway game.
Yeah. Yeah. As always, I've been Lewis, not changed my name again. You can find me at What's Up Woody. To my left or on top of me is Tom. You can find him at Shriek and Profit. Underneath me, as always, well not as always, for once and possibly more times, is Tom number 2.
I'm the Shriek and Prophet now.
You can find Tom number 2 at Insanity.
Feel free to learn how to spell that. Good luck.
Holding me up, if you're listening, or next to me is Dan from At The Dice Bear, guys. Check us out if you want to see us do more personal things. And until next time, goodbye.
Catch you later, guys. Get ready for more of this shit if you're on Patreon.